but it's right here. The game could be on right now. You can't tell when I'm looking. You can't tell if I'm watching the whole game right now. You can't tell. You can't tell. I might be pointing that way, looking the whole. Excuse me, looking the opposite way. You can't tell. Um, Eminem. When I say is he overrated, because I'm like, what is his unique skill set to rapping that puts him above to a conversation of being, highly rated?
What do you think? Do you think he has one, or do you think he doesn't have one?
I'm searching for it. We talking about double entendres and metaphors. I mean, yeah, he has those, but does Eminem rap better than Lil Wayne? But then I understand that music is art and art is music, and it's a lot of interpretation that takes place when you're talking about art. So I know some of it's interpretation, but I'm saying, like, if we're going technical, because you can't have a technical aspect to art, uh his multi-syllabic rhyme schemes, are they more complex than a R.A. the Rugged Man? Are they more complex than a Royce Nine? Are they more complex than a Ransom? I feel like one of the strong points, or one of the pushers of the culture, because like everybody can rap. When you're talking about
Everybody can.
rappers,
No,
no, we're talking about rappers. You're talking about rappers. We're talking about rappers, not hustlers, not entertainers. When we talking about rappers, like Method Man, like Eminem, like Redman, like Scarface, like Ice Cube. We're talking about rappers, not entertainers like Lil Nas X, not entertainers like 6ix9ine, but rappers, not entertainers like Applies or Master P, a hustler who's using rap as his vehicle. I'm talking about rappers. It's like actors. You have certain actors that are just you finna. Anthony Johnson wasn't gonna never give you no deep, insightful role, but he will give you a great side role. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me. There's several actors, in my humble opinion, that there'll always be actors because they don't have range in their acting. They're not artistically strong. They fit a mold, and they fill the mold well. Taraji P Henson plays different levels of the same character all the time. Like, you have to see the movie. I can tell you what's gonna happen, and everyone, oh, she gonna be downtrodden in some kind of way. She gonna cry. You know what I'm saying? She gonna have a 2 minute monologue about how life beating her down. Like every movie, the same recipe. Not taking away from it. Not shooting. I'm just saying it's a difference between a Taraji P Henson and an Angela Bassett. It's a difference between uh, um, a Denzel Washington and a Omar Hardwick. That's how you say his name.
Amari
So
Hardwick.
yeah, that's what I said. What I say?
Omar.
Oh yeah, Omari Hardwick. Um, but so, like, what is Eminem's unique skill set in rap as a rapper? Like, which, oh man, I would have never thought to do this, that, and the other.
Yeah, I don't know because I don't know. That's why I asked you. What do you think? What
I
do you
mean, I
think
would,
Eminem does that sets him apart from the rest?
besides being white,
Yeah, we're not. Yeah, race doesn't matter.
race does matter.
In the conversation, they're just rappers.
But I'm
What
saying,
sets him? Well, I'm saying we just talking about rappers and that rap skill. What sets him apart from other rappers?
is Eminem? Well, I'm. Are you a fan of Logic, or are you a listener of Logic?
No, I'm not a fan of Logic.
I don't think Eminem raps. Uh, Logic might rap better than Eminem. It, it's the same. It's the same concept of saying that Kobe is better than Mike, and then people who like Mike will be like, "Oh man, well Kobe studied Mike, so he has everything Mike has plus more." But then you would say, "Well, has Kobe achieved more than Mike?" And same with Logic has studied Eminem, So he would have more. He would have the equivalent or close to the equivalent of technical skill, and he had the chance to add his own flavor or style or whatever to his. But has Logic achieved as much as Eminem? And I would say no, but
Is Logic the comparison bar for Eminem?
no.
Oh, okay.
I don't. I'm just saying, Logic is a dope rapper, a skilled. Not even. Let's not say dope. But that's a. I saw the word and because that's a subjective word. He's a technically skilled rapper, right? He's a technically skilled rapper. Our hip hop community is not necessarily um doesn't necessarily say, oh, your technical skills mean that you're the best. Like there are technically skilled rappers who don't get conversations with them being in, let's not even say the GOAT, let's just say top 20 all time. There are rappers who are technically skilled who don't even get that mention because being a technically skilled rapper, like you said before, you get labeled as a rapper. You know what I'm saying? You get labeled as something. It's not like a boxer, even in everything. Even if you're a boxer, they're like, oh, Floyd Mayweather, Floyd Mayweather, Floyd Mayweather is a defensive boxer. Not that he ain't never lost. Oh, he's a defensive boxer. You know what I'm saying? They put a connotation on his skill set, and
It's not a
it's
bad
kind of
thing
like
though. It's just
no, it's
talking
not a bad
about
thing.
it's talking about the style of which he fights. He's a
But
counterpuncher and a defensive fighter.
yeah, but what does that mean though?
It
That's
means that
to me,
it
that's
means
hating.
he it's not hate at all. It's
Yeah, it
it's not.
is.
How's it hate?
It's
how
hate
how is
because
how is having how is having a like boxing or rapping, boom, the sport or the art, and now you have subgenres within it. So you have like trap, you have backpacker rap, you have
yeah,
melodic rap, things like
okay,
that, rapid rappers. That's not hate. Same thing when you come with a boxer. We have a boxer who's a southpaw, Philly shell, defensive style, aggressive style, striker, counterpuncher. It's not hate. It's just breaking down their unique skill set and how they are a technician and how they approach the fight. So it's not
and
hate.
no, why it's hate or no, why I would define it as hate. I define it as hate because it's like ain't nobody beat that man. Ain't
That's
no
ludicrous.
and nobody beat that man. That's what I'm saying. Nobody beat that man. So when I describe his boxing style, I have to say that he ain't got the first thing I gotta say is he ain't got beat. Because if I describe his boxing style first, I'm putting a star by his name. I'm not. Well, I mean, inadvertently, I'm saying, oh, he's a defensive boxer, as if that doesn't make him like he don't have power or like he doesn't knock people out
It
or
has
like
nothing to
like
do with it.
exactly. So
I'm
why would it
saying
like
what you're
why does it
saying
even
has not
matter?
what you're saying has nothing to do with it.
Why would I put that stamp on somebody? Why does it matter if I'm a rapidy rapper or a defensive boxer if my flows are immaculate, if my boxing is immaculate?
It's the same
Why does
thing
that
if you have an elusive running back or power back or receiving back. You're still a running back. It's just different styles of how you're playing the position. It's not a
yeah.
knock. It's not anything negative at all. When you talk about Floyd Mayweather and his style of boxing, you'll say he's a defensive counterpunching boxer. It's not uh, uh eliminating the fact that he has knockout power. It's not eliminating
Yeah.
the fact that he has the probably the best hand speed in the game. All of that is a compilation of what he does, but the base of his fighting style is a defensive fighter who you can't hit and a counter puncher. So it's like, and that's why he's undefeated.
But
So
I'm saying you don't think you know so but in your answer when you said he got the best hands, maybe the quickest hands that we've seen in a while, or maybe however you want to rate his hands, like you think that him being a defensive boxer is bigger than his hand speed?
no, because the hand speed plays into the defensive counter punching boxer.
But I'm saying if he wasn't a defensive boxer and he just had that hand speed, would he be in the ranking of the top 10? You think of all time
He
with
still
just
could
that
be
hand speed?
he still could be depending on whatever style he chooses to fight. If he chose not to be a defensive boxer, if he was an
Yeah,
aggressive shit, I don't know, combination thrower, whatever you would call it. I
yeah,
don't
yeah,
know.
yeah.
like a
And
brawler.
that, and
You
that
know what I'm talking about?
that's what I'm
So
asking you.
yeah, if he was just the aggressive brawler with the best hand speed in the game,
Yeah,
he still can be the greatest of top 10.
and exactly. Now we're on the same page. So I'm not saying that you're hating. I'm just saying that as great as some of these people are, and as many as skilled as they are, the way people describe them, it has to, they're saying it for a reason, not because I'm describing his style. Because saying he's a defensive fighter, if I'm if I'm reading a list, or if I'm reading a play sheet of, okay, well, Floyd Mayweather, blah blah blah, what about him? And they say, oh, he's a defensive fighter. And I like, hold up, man, this man got 30 something knockouts,
He
right?
don't though. No,
So
he doesn't.
how many knockouts he got?
I don't know. It's not 30 some knockouts.
You don't think
Floyd is historically technically beats the shit out of you. I don't think he has 30 knockouts.
you don't think he had 30 knockouts?
I'm not sure if Floyd Mayweather has 30 knockouts. I could
Let's
be
just check
wrong,
and see. Let's
but
check and
I'm not
see.
sure.
That's a quick one to know. That's quick one. It's easy. How many knockouts does Floyd Mayweather have? 27. So you got 27 knockouts out of his 50 whatever fights, right?
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is, more than half of his fights, he had knocked the person out. So what I'm saying is, if I then in turn look at this evidence saying that he'll knock you out, me saying that he's a defensive fighter would insinuate that he's not an aggressive fighter. Because if you're thinking
Not at
he's
all.
defensive,
Not at all. Not at all.
how many defensive fighters you know are aggressive?
Just because you're a defensive fighter doesn't mean you're not aggressive. Doesn't mean you don't push the pace.
Then why wouldn't I say he pushed the pace
Mike
then?
Tyson was a defensive fighter.
I disagree. Mike Tyson was a defensive fighter.
In his prime, you couldn't hit him.
He was quick, but he wasn't defensive.
That's a part of defense. Just because someone says you're a defensive fighter doesn't mean you sit there in your stance and block punches all day.
I'm
Half the
just
time,
saying
Floyd is fighting with his hands down.
I wouldn't go that far. But I'm saying I would say that
Well, you won't go as far as what?
I wouldn't go as far as say half the time he's fighting with his hands down. I'm saying that
Do you watch the fights and study the fights? I watch boxing. I
yes,
literally watch and study boxing.
yeah, and he
That's
his
that's a part of Floyd's. That's a part of Floyd's defense. The shoulder roll, his speed. You don't know when he's gonna strike, when he's gonna strike. Once he figures you out and he's faster than you, he toys with people, bro. Same thing with
yeah,
Roy
but
Jones. Same thing with Roy Jones Jr. They were so fast and so defensive. They toyed with people, bro. You couldn't hit them. When he fought Canelo, bro, Canelo couldn't even hit him, bro. Canelo couldn't hit Floyd. Half the time, Floyd had his hands down. It was playing with this dude, and he couldn't hit him.
I'm gonna assume that when you're saying I'm gonna roll with you, because I feel like when you're saying half the time he has his hands down, you're adding a little bit of journalistic, spice on it. Because from my very untrained perspective of boxing, one of the things that Floyd is famous for is for his shoulder roll.
I just said that
And
like 3 minutes ago.
when you say anything about shoulder roll,
I literally shoulder roll just came out of my mouth.
when?
Pause. Like not even a minute ago.
Oh, well, I didn't hear it. But anyway, his shoulder roll comes from the defensive stance where he has his gloves up. So I don't. Anyway, back to back. It's a backhanded compliment to
You
me,
got it.
but
Okay,
because
I see.
I'm not saying you should. I'm just saying I'm not talking about you. I'm just talking about people say it.
No, no, no.
It
I know. I know.
because it's like, why are you trying to define me by one part of my game when I've shown you I'm knocking dudes out, bro. I'm fighting dudes. You bring a dude in here that brawls, I knock him out. You bring a dude in here that can box, I knock him out. You do like more than half of my fights have been knockouts. Not no, I'm scoring points on you. I'm knocking you out. So even if I do have a defensive angle in my boxing, to say I'm a defensive boxer, that really that's like saying all Steph Curry do is shoot threes. Like, no, he got a handle. He got other things in his game. That's the most potent part of his game. But saying all he do is shoot threes, or he's a glorified 3-point shooter, that would be an insult to the entirety of his game.
Gotcha.
It's like a rudimentary take, and that goes speaks on to like when we're talking about any type of sport or any type of art. How many times are people talking of from how they feel about it, or they really like, hey, I really f with boxing, or I really mess with basketball, I really mess with football, and this is yeah, because there's less people in the world that deep dive into a certain subject to the point where they can give a fair, unbiased, educated opinion. Because we see it all the time. Like we see people every year, like, yeah, man, the Cowboys going to the Super Bowl, man. Cowboys going to the Super Bowl. Cowboys, this is our year. You know what I'm saying? It's not one person or 10 people. It's a whole Cowboys nation to the
But
point where they got
it's
the
fandom, bug. It's loyalty to the team. They just want their team to do good. So they see some shit on paper. They see preseason look good, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we this our year. We're going to Super Bowl." They just fans, bro. They fans of the team. They want the team to do good.
that's what
They're
I'm
not.
saying.
They're not looking up and down the roster to see who got drafted where and what talent is this and what talent is that. Some of them are casual fans of the team. They're on the train. They're on the bandwagon and they're invested in the team winning.
Yeah, but
They're
I
not
mean,
invested in football stats 24/7.
yeah, but and what I'm saying is that makes sense. But I'm also saying that that's not an unbiased opinion. And you
It's
can be a
not.
fan of something. You can be a fan of something and still have an unbiased. I'm a fan of the Texans. Do I think the Texans are going to win the Super Bowl next year? That would be a stretch. Do they like most other fan bases look at their teams and be like, okay, we're building towards this, and then get to a crescendo point where like, okay, we got all the pieces in place. This is the year, right? Whereas certain fan bases would be like, oh man, this the year, this the year, but the moves you made and the what you are presenting on the field, like, no, how you gonna that's not you you don't have the the team coaching, nothing that would suggest that this would be the year. You're just talking out of the fandom, you know, and that is the knock on the Cowboy fan. Like I said, every year it's like, oh, we going to championship. Like, bruh, you haven't changed much from last year. You had the same people in the key positions who had the same failures the last 9 years, 10 years, 25 years. Why would you think you're going to the championship? You didn't change any key positions. They talk about Cam all the time. Like, he ain't jump on the Super Bowl. He ain't jump on the ball in the Super Bowl. He ain't jump on the ball in the Super Bowl. Tony Romo fumbled a kick, after a point after kick with no pressure. Like, that's the ultimate. Like, bro, this is what they send in the backup quarterback do that most of the time. He fumbled, but that's not the stigma. That's not the label on him as a choker. Like, oh man, the Cowboys, it was this, that, and the other. It was the catch. It was this, that, and the other, bro. And Dak, they all have the same trait. They fumble and they proverbially fumble the bag every year. Somebody, somewhere, whether it be the defense, whether it be the offense, whether it be a quarterback, whether it be a running back, whether every year in key positions they fumble, but it's not out the blue. You saw it coming because they ain't they this is their mo.
Hey, you got beef with a Cowboys fan or something, bro?
I ain't got beef with nobody.
I'm just asking. It's like the fourth tangent you went off on the Cowboys, bro. Like,
I mean, it's just that's just, but
yeah, like what's your
it's
beef
not.
with the Cowboys, man?
Why I gotta have a beef to be honest?
I'm just saying, is this like your fourth tangent you went off on Cowboys?
That's not a tangent. I'm just giving an example of the Cowboys is one example. It's other examples in sports, but once again, what I was saying is the other fan bases don't do it like let's say 49er fans. They have hopes to win year in year out, year in and year out, but they don't. They typically are honest as a whole about, okay, yeah, well, we gotta. We got a third string quarterback, so we understand we're playing with borrowed money, or we're playing with house money right now. This wasn't even in the plans. We had a whole other dude. We thought we were gonna do it. Okay, he's doing well. We got a chance. Purdy doesn't win. It's like, man, we got a good. We they have a very they have a reasonable thought to be optimistic about the future. Cause it's like, man, we playing with a third string quarterback, and he was doing this. We're optimistic. Other fan bases like Buffalo, like they say like, oh man, I don't know about this whole Stephon Diggs situation, and like they other fan bases are more grounded in reality about what's going on. But Cowboys fans, like, oh, this is the year, this is the year, this is the year. But they're just a dot. They're. I'm using that as an example because people do that with everything. Like with Boosie, Boosie fans will tell you he making sense when he's talking about people don't listen to Kanye in the hood. People don't listen to Jay Z and Eminem in the hood. Like that's ridiculous, bro. Yeah, they barely listen to you in the hood. Boosie's not the number one hood artist. Boosie hasn't reached the levels of of Applies or Trick Daddy or Jeezy or what's another or Pitbull or it's so many or Kiki or it's so many quote unquote hood artists who have elevated to a certain level. But a Boosie fan would be like, man, yeah, man, Boosie, 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 right? So going back to the original question, how many people actually deep dive into whatever it is and like have a non-biased, honest opinion?
I don't know.
You have an opinion on it?
I did, and it got lost somewhere in the sauce.
Oh,
It depends, bro. People deep dive into what their interest is. So if you have an interest in it, you'll deep dive in it. With so much stuff going on and moving parts in your life, it's kind of hard for you to deep dive in everything. So you got to just pick, something that's your interest and you take a deep dive into it. So I do believe if it's that person's interest, they will take a deep dive into it. If that makes sense.
yeah. I mean, I don't think so.
You don't think that makes sense?
No, I don't think they would deep dive into it.
If it's your interest, you'll deep dive. If it's something you're interested in, you'll deep dive into it. Or something you have a passion for. What's something you have a passion for?
Let's say music.
Do you deep dive in music?
Yeah,
Because you have a passion for it. So you might have that passion for music where you take a deep dive into it, but boxing, you're just a casual fan. So you're not going to deep dive into boxing as much as or as deep as you would in the music. So it all depends on what that person's passion is, what they're into, what they truly love and like. I might be a Dallas Cowboys fan who is just in love with the fandom. I love the Cowboys. We're America's team. I'm from Fort Worth or I'm from Arlington or whatever, and it's always been my team. My daddy loved the Cowboys, so I love the Cowboys. So we win in the Super Bowl every year. I'm not taking a deep dive into the roster like that. You know what I'm saying? I just know I love the Cowboys. I'm wearing my Dak Prescott jersey this year. And if Dak ain't there, whoever the quarterback is, I'm wearing that jersey next year as well. I don't, you know what I'm talking about? But I love science and ancient artifacts. I'll take a deep dive into that though.
well, my question was, how many people do you think deep dive into things that they're passionate about? And there are people who are passionate about the Cowboys who couldn't tell you about their roster 5 years ago. The
They're not
people who
passionate
deep
about the Cowboys. They're just passionate about the fandom of the Cowboys. It's a difference.
there are people who are passionate about music, and you'd be like, oh yeah, this, that, and the so and so. Like, oh man, you know that. But I guess people show their passion. I guess the ultimate thing is people show their passion in different ways. But
Passion has
where is it?
levels too, though, bud.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they show in different ways. I might be passionate about the Cowboys, and like you said, I might like the gear. I might be passionate about the Cowboys and like the GM. I might be passionate and like it's different way. I agree with you. It's different ways to show your passion, But I'm saying, where's the intersect between the passion and reality? Because being passionate about something does doesn't necessarily mean I'm gonna be delusional about it. Like I could be passionate about something and not be delusional about it. I can love Kanye and still be like, yeah, he tripped out with this conversation, or be
It's
like, oh,
when it comes to sports and fandom, like how much energy do you really need to give it if it's just a Sunday thing that you watch? I love the Texans. I watch them on Sundays. I know some people on the roster. I invest enough to go to a couple of games, but it's entertainment.
yeah,
So I ain't really got to take that deep of a dive in entertainment, especially if I want to feed my mind and my knowledge on other things. I'm not going to spend, you know, hours digging in the proverbial crates of the Texans when I have more important things that I'm focused on. It's my fandom. I like the Texans. I love the gear. I like CJ Stroud. I like Tank Dell. So, I like D'Amico Ryans. So yeah, it's our year. We win in the Super Bowl next year. We made it to the playoffs. We're gonna go deeper next season and we could make that Super Bowl run. That's my fandom.
so you're saying fandom is fandom is delusional, and fandom is delusional, and that's what I'm asking you. Where is the intersection between? Where is the intersect or the where is the space between delusional and rational? We're
Uh
both Texas.
when you're not doing when as long as you're doing rational shit within your fandom.
Saying I'm going to Super Bowl every year, that's not rational.
That's rational for me. Oh shit, we might go to Super Bowl this year. We got the talent to go. We got a top 10 quarterback. We got a top tier new coach. We got a top 15 defense. We got a top 15 offense. Why can we not have Super Bowl aspirations? Especially when I'm watching ESPN and the experts are telling me, hey, the Houston Texans are on a Super Bowl hunt. You know what I'm saying? Top 10, these top 10 teams can make it to the Super Bowl this year. Texas are number 10. Why would I not say
Mm,
this all year?
I mean,
Because it's also just entertainment. So it's not I'm not finna wreck my brain trying to be rational about the ratio percentage that we can actually honestly make it to the Super Bowl. No, my nigga, I'm watching the game on Sundays and Mondays if we play. I'm eating wings, I'm drinking beer, I'm talking to friends, I'm enjoying the performance on the field. And yeah, we're going to the Super Bowl. Fuck your team we play out that week. That's my rational fandom.
mm, yeah, I don't know. I guess. I guess. I don't know. I mean, that 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 sounds reasonable,
Because it's
but
not a topic
people
that
are reasonable though.
it's not because it's not a thing that it's not a thing that commands that much of my energy to be rational and do X, Y, and Z and be able to sit down and be like, well, we ain't making it this year because CJ Stroud can only do X, Y, and Z. Or no, I'm not doing that shit, bro. It's that takes for me something that's just entertainment and fun. That takes it out. That takes it out of it. I'm chilling with my partners, eating chicken, drinking beer, watching TV, talking shit, and enjoying
now
the
I could
game.
now I could say it's a lot of cap in that statement.
No, you
Not
can't.
from you. Not
Oh,
well,
okay.
let me finish. Not from you personally, but I'm saying if I was like, there's a whole there's five, maybe 10. Let's just talk about the ESPN channels. There's like 10 ESPN channels. ESPN one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, Ocho. I know it's for sure it's Ocho. There's a ESPN Deportes, right? And all they do is talk about sports. It's all they do. All they do is talk about the possibilities, chances, so and so. All they do is this. All they do to the point where it got to the point where they were like, we don't even need the experts no more. We're gonna get these people, these opinionated people, to come on and give their opinions. We don't need these guys who actually play the game, who giving you the X's and O. We'll give you a Pat McAfee. We'll give you a Stephen A. Smith.
But
We'll
Pat
give you
McAfee
guys
played the
who are
game
more.
though.
Hold up, but Pat Eck was a punter, bro. We're
What that
giving you
mean?
people.
Because he was a punter, he can't analyze the game he played for X amount of years at a high level, Hall of Fame punter.
It means
What are you
because
talking about?
I'm saying because Pat McAfee's take is not Pat McAfee's fame is not because he gives expert takes. Pat McAfee's fame is because of the delivery and the style that he gives it. It's not because he's always right. It's not because,
Nobody is always right though.
or it's not because he's right majority of the time. Not because he's giving some take that like, man, I never saw that. And it's because of the way he presents his presentation. Because, in my opinion, there are more people who are thinking on that level. We've talked about it before. There are less people who are gonna be like, man, it don't make sense for me to think that my team gonna win the Super Bowl this year because of these 15 sensible factors. But if I can find somebody who's gonna just say this topical surface thing that is really doesn't it's this topical surface like, oh, we got CJ Stroud, so we can, yeah. But our receivers, man, they first, second, third year receivers, really, you know what I'm saying? We've never seen these out of a first year player, that second year is always the hardest year because people figure you out and they change their defense. They didn't have a defense for you at first. The second year, they figure you out and change. So thinking I'm gonna come back and have the same year I had last year, that is more often than not doesn't happen. That's just sensible thinking. But there are people like, there are less people who would be in that frame of mind, and there are more people that be like, man, yeah, he could do it again. He did it last, he can do it again. I'm just saying, I'm asking the question, where is the intersection of those two people? Is it closer to the novice fan, or is it closer to the, like, where is it at? Where is it at? I don't know how to word it any better. I know I need to, but there has to be a space with the novice fan and the fan who has, I don't know, who the fan who digs deeper than, you know, I watch on Sundays. And the reason why I say there has to be a space because DSPN runs 24/7, 7 days a week
I think
on.
that space is gonna be the difference between those two people are someone who gets paid to do it versus someone who doesn't. Or maybe that space is in between the people who are uh engulfed in fantasy football. So your fantasy football guy know more about individual players. So maybe they'll have a more, as you quote say, rational thought process of the production of their team because they're just studying for fantasy football. I don't know. I mean, I know they got sports shows on all day. I just assume they have sports shows on all day for people like me who just sit up at work with the TV on and I'm slightly entertained from time to time in between tasks. I don't know. It's entertainment. So I don't know.
Yeah, there's a big I mean, we're at a crossroads. This is less it's this is not just a sports thing. This is like a uh-oh. Uh-oh. It's
Thank you.
about to go down. It's about to go down. I see I see some stuff popping up, cruising. No, but I mean, this conversation bleeds into the same thing. We're at a crossroads, and you say I talk about it a lot, but it's because history repeats itself, bro. So saying it on Monday and saying it on Wednesday and saying it in 2 years, history repeats itself. We're at a point right now where information is at a premium. Anywhere you go, you can get a hold of information. Information like I can go on my phone. Like just now, uh, oh, he's not Mayweather, blah blah blah. I'm like, okay, well, I'm not. I don't know either. Let's check it. We can go right now and say Mayweather done had 27 knockouts out of his 57 fights. That's more than half his knockouts. So when you say defensive fighter, I'm like, hold up, bro. Defensive fighters by the term are not usually knockout artists. They're usually they
That's not
they
true.
point getters.
But that's not true.
Okay, name me five defensive boxers.
Roy Jones, Floyd Mayweather, Mike
Get out of
Tyson.
here, bro.
Roy
Roy Jones
Jones
is
won a
defense.
defensive fighter. You can hit the
That wasn't
okay.
his. That
You're
wasn't his
right.
strong
You got
point.
it. You're right. You're right.
And I'm
Right.
asking you, so you telling me, so hold on.
I don't
See,
want to argue about
just
it,
saying,
bro. I
it's
I,
not
I don't
about
want to argue.
arguing. I'm just asking
I
you a
don't
question, bro.
because it don't matter what I say, bro. It don't matter what I say. You're gonna have the opinion that you have versus the opinion I have. So that's cool,
But
bro.
nigga, you just making up shit, nigga. How who has ever
First off,
said,
time
man?
out. Whoa, whoa,
Hold
hey,
up.
time, whoa, time
Let,
out, time out. Oh, hey, whoa, take it down, now, bro. We ain't doing all that.
nah,
I ain't
this,
making
but
up
I'm,
nothing, bro.
this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm
No,
saying. I'm
no,
asking a
but see,
question.
that's what I'm saying. When I give my point and then I give my point, then you gonna tell me I'm tripping, I'm making up shit. I'm not making up nothing, bro. It's my vantage point or view about it versus yours. I'm not sitting there telling you making up shit and you sound dumb. I'm listening to what you
I
got to
didn't
say and
say
I'm
nothing
like,
about
cool.
sounding dumb, bro. You
Nah,
said
nigga,
that.
you
I ain't,
said you said you making up shit. I'm like, cool. I don't want to argue about it. But we got to
but
guess
I'm
what's
asking you a
going
question.
down.
I'm asking you a
Who's our
question.
guest,
Before we
bro?
go any further, hold up. Before
Now
we go
let's
any
talk to
further,
our guest, bro.
can I ask you a question, bro?
Let's talk to our
Can I ask you a
guest, man.
question?
We got a guest on the screen, man.
But this is it's.
We can't be
Let
feuding
me
with
work.
a guest. We can't be feuding with a guest on the screen, man.
Okay.
We beat
Here
that
we go. Here we
topic
go.
to death for 30
All right, here we
minutes,
go.
man. We got a guest, man.
We got to guess. Have you ever heard of guess? Have you ever heard of Roy Jones being a defensive back? Have you ever? That's what you think about Roy
I
Jones
can't
being
lie. I wasn't into boxing like this, so I don't really know.
perfect. So, like I was saying before, okay, like I was saying, we're at a point right now where information is at a premium, right? And so
Uh-huh.
this bleeds into everything we do. It's not just like it's not just oh well, blah, 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 blah. It bleeds into everything. It inadvertently turns everybody into an expert, turns everybody's opinion into something like there was a time 20 years ago if I didn't like what was at the restaurant, I just told my friends or I told my people I know. Now because information is at a premium, I go, man, I ain't like the restaurant, and I posted on my Facebook page, on my Instagram page. Now after that, all of a sudden, it permeates and it's in information, and somebody who's never been to the restaurant, oh, I ain't going there because I saw that they ain't like the restaurant, right? This is not just this is for music, this is for everything. So, um, in the space that we're at, speaking to the the music industry because we're moving on to talk about Dope Deb. How are you guys navigating that space of the information highway and putting your music out there?
Man, that's interesting. It's kind of complicated because number one, I feel like R&B is not that big right now. So a lot of people don't want to hear, but I'll be on. Let's just let them hear it. Just send it out to everybody. If they like it, they like it. They don't, they don't like it.
Mm-hmm.
And you gonna have people that's not gonna like, even like on her EP. It's 9 songs. I feel like it's not gonna be too many people that like every 9 songs. So I
Mm-hmm.
I tell it, I feel like a song is for everybody. They'll love this one but hate this one. So I feel like trying to just get it out there is you just gotta get it out there. Like when you were saying about the restaurant, for me, if I see a bad review, that's not gonna stop me from going. It just give me a heads up on what to expect.
Mm-hmm.
Cause somebody might say the service was bad. And why the service bad? Because they took all day. So I know if I'm gonna go here, it's probably gonna take 30 minutes for me to get my food, but the food might be good as hell.
Mm-hmm.
So it just really, I feel like stuff like that is really on your mindset. You can't just because this person didn't like it, I mean it's gonna be bad for you. It probably been somebody last day at that restaurant and they was just acting the ass. So they not even there no more when you go.
That's true. A lot of there are a lot of places like I feel you, I hear you, and I would like to put real world applications on things, right?
Right.
They spend millions of dollars, like millions and billions of dollars, to try to influence how you see a certain product, whatever
Yeah.
it is, right?
Right.
Because they understand like people are people. No matter what we say about us being individuals and having our own way and want to do our own thing, if I put something in front of you 100 times and put it in a certain light, you're going to feel a certain way about it. oh man, I ain't going to this, that man. I heard this, or I seen this, or I keep seeing this, that, and the other about that, right? So, um, what are some of the traps that y'all, or what are some of the things that you guys don't want to be pigeonholed into as far as music? Like, what are you looking at?
Hold
Well, I
on,
don't,
hold
cause
on, hold on. I'm about to switch it over to she just made it in.
all
Switch it
right, yeah,
over,
yeah, yeah.
and you can ask her that, okay?
All right, all right, all right,
I'll be
all
on
right,
the
all right,
sideline.
all right, man.
Hey, 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 hey.
Hey, how
Hey,
you doing?
first
I'm
off,
good. How are
first,
y'all?
we're great, we're great. I just gotta say, my jam is "Feel Me." I'm feeling "Feel Me." That's my personal
Period.
jam. That's my
Period.
personal jam
Yeah.
on the EP.
Thank
Um,
you.
uh, we're just talking about the new norm of presenting products to people. Like, it's changed over time on how you present it. Uh, the feeling of what you'll get out of it. Uh, so we can take 3 steps backwards and
Oh.
ask a question. What made you start doing music?
I've been doing music pretty much all my life in one way or another. I started off in band. I played the alto sax, so I've been doing that since about middle school. So I've been like in Houston bands, from middle school to high school, then to college. Um, and in between that whole period, pretty much church, church choir, church drill team, um, very, very strong religious with church background. So um pretty much every aspect. My daddy was very, very strong with the Al Greens and the Marvin Gayes. So Temptations, just very, very heavy. Oh yeah, yeah.
What middle school?
Middle school was Kirby. All
Kirby.
right, Kirby. Kirby Middle
Okay.
School on
What high school?
Northeast side. High school started off at Smiley, MB
Okay.
Smiley, then went to North Forest by the time I graduated.
Okay. Okay. North side. I ain't gonna hate too much. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no.
I ain't gonna throw too many slugs at the north side.
Okay, okay.
We beat Smiley when I went to Sam Houston, so we beat Smiley.
Oh,
You know what
okay,
I'm saying?
okay.
I
Okay, you
remember
ain't too far though.
yeah, I remember the gym was like the lighting was horrible. And I'm like, man, this is the worst. It's like yellow in here.
Listen, we was trying to make it. We was trying to make it, trying to figure out
Um,
a way.
for those who don't know, we're talking with the great Dope Deb.
Oh,
Uh,
great.
yeah, man, it's great, but we all great, man. We all great in some type of way. It just
Yeah,
matters if we understand what our greatness is. Um,
yeah.
Dope Deb, tell us um something that you do with your music that you think is unique.
I feel like my whole style of music is kind of like unique to this day. Um, I feel like I'm just when I go in the studio, it's just I have my lyrics and it's really just the feeling. Like you know your words, but however you sing it is just the vibe and the mood. And I feel like a lot of music these days is kind of like you could tell it's like, okay, this part is supposed to be like this part. It's not necessarily anything wrong with that, but sometimes you just want to like feel it. And you just want to like be able to feel it through, the person
I
singing it.
I agree. I agree. I feel like what you're saying is that and what we're all dealing with is just different layers of the formula, and that a lot of things have become
Right,
formulaic, and
right.
people are okay with the formulaic way of doing things. They're
That.
okay with it. Like I think we did music back in the day, and we felt victim the same way. Oh, we gotta do this. You gotta have this type of song, that type of
Mm-hmm.
song, this type of song. And in
Right.
actuality, you don't. You don't. Like there's
Yeah.
no formula for you can if you if when some at this age now, I can say it. but back then I couldn't formulate it. But
Mm-hmm.
it's like somebody will tell you make a club song, but you go in the club and you hear a song about somebody fucking, somebody fighting, somebody loving, somebody, and
Yeah.
all them songs are club songs. So what's this club song, right?
Right.
It's some
Right.
white boy. It's some white boy in Arista or Atlantic telling them that's the club song, or
Fact.
telling you it's somebody who's not really in the culture or in that genre of music, whether it be R and
Mm.
B, country, or something. What's a country song? You know
Right.
what I'm saying? Like Beyonce just did this country, like because she sang with a twang, it's country. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? And the people acting like country music is wrong for shunning her. Like how many
Fact.
white
Fact.
boys have we done shunned for doing rap? How many non-whites have we shunned for doing R&B?
Mm-hmm.
Because they're not a part of the culture and they haven't shown a history of being down with us. We think it's
Mm-hmm.
a money grab. The same way they think
Mm-hmm.
it's a money grab. You know what I mean? But not to go off on a tangent, but
No, no, no.
we've got
I'm with you.
we've got so accustomed to the we got so accustomed to the formula. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
you do this, that, and this happens. You do this, that, and this
Right.
happens. And that's not how art has ever worked at any point in the history of
Right.
mankind. It's
Right.
always been an inspiration that came out. And
Mm-hmm.
so when you start following those formulas, you're gonna always find yourself at the crossroads
Yes.
fighting with,
Yes.
you know,
Yes. Just
label.
like it's I mean, the formula that could go like across the board on as far as like promoting with the algorithms and the correct hashtags and all that type of shit. That it get a lot. But I mean, I really like now at this point, I'm trying to like keep drilling in my mind, like enjoy the process, enjoy the process, enjoy the process, because you can get caught up in the list of, with the finance. It's expensive. And
Oh yeah, oh
it's
yeah.
it's hard when you not well, it's hard when you working full time, and it's just a lot of different things that be like, whew. But I thank God, and I'm trying to continue keep my
What's your
mind on
favorite? What's your favorite song that you? Or what's your favorite song that you've created to this point?
it's gonna have to be it. It really depends on the mood, but for the most part, it's always gonna be out of Paper Heart and BBB.
I like BBB
Those
too. I
are
like
like
that too.
my
Yeah,
yeah,
I
yeah,
like that one
like
too.
yeah,
I liked it because it's in your face. You know, the elephant in the room, of course, is that
yeah,
there is a stigmatism with all entertainment
that
about how you should
yes,
look and how you should get down, right? And so,
yes,
you know, uh, the reason I'm not a fan of Lizzo is because she seems disingenuous to me about what she's doing. The
mm-hmm,
same way that I wasn't
mm-hmm,
I wasn't a fan of Lil Flip because I felt like he was disingenuous with him
mm.
when he was saying Houston. I didn't feel like he was saying Houston because he wanted to say Houston. I feel like he was saying
Right,
Houston because he was like, this is gonna be my way in. Not that I'm like, come on, everybody from Houston, and I'm. That's how I could be wrong with her, but I feel like
right, right,
Lizzo
right,
was just
right.
saying what she was saying because she's like using that angle, you know what I'm saying? And it's a fine line, and I could be wrong, you know what I'm saying? That's just how I felt. But the way that you address something, it speaks a lot about a person. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, the way you address it and the way that you would present it.
Yes,
Yeah, that was dope. That was super dope. You know what I'm saying? Because be
thank
who you
you.
are and love what you are. Because
Yes,
if you're gonna change it, you're gonna change it. If you're not, you're not. But it's me. You know what I'm saying? And
right,
and and that's the scary part I feel for a lot of people. Like they don't
mm-hmm,
feel like they can just be them. You know what I'm saying?
right,
They'll say it, but when it comes time to do it, they're gonna be like, oh, my friends and my family or the people out there or
yeah,
the
yeah,
label, or somebody not gonna feel it. But like, man, talent shines through all the time. Talent always
yes,
shines through.
yes, yes. I mean, creating BBB. That was really my first song that I did solo by myself. My first song that I recorded ever in the studio was Twisted. It was with another artist, but That was my first time in the studio. It was on my birthday. But the next one, the BBB, I already had that written because, like you say, you can tell, you can see. It's very, you know, everybody pretty much look alike. And
Yeah.
it's not to say that, if you want to go get your body done, it's nothing, I don't have nothing against it.
Yeah.
But over here, I mean, I am what I am. And 9 times out of 10, the people that's talking are probably more healthier than you. I work out, like, and it's like, you know, it's so sad that you have to, you got to say that. And it's so sad that, in this day and age, 2024, you still have to have this conversation, but sometimes it's just like it needs to be said. Everybody does not look like uh, a Summer Walker. Everybody does not look like a Scissor. Everybody does, everybody has in the industry. I feel like we need to see more, and I feel like it needs to be a variety, just like it's a variety over there. Ain't
Mm-hmm.
hating. I feel like it needs to be because this ain't the only type,
Yeah.
a big person. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? So, and I've always been that way. Like ever since, I've always just been like, this is who I am. Like you can say whatever you want to say, but at the end of the day, I know who I am, and I can probably tell you who you are more than you can.
Mm-hmm.
Like and it's like you. I just be chilling. I'm gonna say my little stuff, and I'm gonna slow down.
Yeah. That's real. That's real. I appreciate that.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
appreciate that point of view. Um, uh, riding that train about the diversity in music nowadays. Who do you listen to when you want to relax?
When I want to relax, I listen to Jasmine Sullivan,
Mm.
um, Raheem Devon.
Oh my God! Not the Love King, not the
Yeah,
not the Love King.
I listen to Samo, Algebra. Those are like on my
Okay,
playlist like every year.
all right.
Yeah,
And
super
what
hard.
about who are your turn up artists?
Turn up artist is definitely gonna always be Lil Wayne.
Okay,
Um, who else? I really don't. I'm really just to always turn up. So I can really turn up. You can turn on some Marvin Gaye, and I'll be like, I'm just if it's good music, I'm gonna turn up. I'm gonna
all
turn
right.
up.
So what's your dream collaboration then? Since you all over the place, what if I said, hey, I got my budget unlimited. I can get you three artists that are alive. You can do three songs with, or one song with all three, or however you want to do it. What would be your three of your dream collabos?
Okay. Three dream collabos would definitely be Mexican OT.
Oh Lord.
Um,
Man, I just seen
um,
that boy on Rogan too.
yes, yes, we can even get that. I feel like it's gonna happen. I feel like,
Yeah.
Are you not a
I
fan
don't
of
know. It's
Mexican
just
OT?
I like how that.
I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan at all, man. Not a
What?
fan at all.
That's hate,
I'm
bug. That's hate, by the
yeah,
way.
it might be. What I'm saying to me, like I said, the genuineness, and like I said, I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. Like I was wrong about LeBron James
Mhm.
to an extent. I'm not
Okay.
wrong all the way, but I was wrong to an extent about LeBron because I'm like whatever. But to me, it's like it doesn't seem genuine because like, and this is another thing. I went to school with Sam Houston. You know what Sam Houston is, right?
Mhm.
All Latinos. So I know what it looks like when a person is like that. And I know what it's like when somebody's trying to be like that. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Not for me like, but for me being around like, oh, I can tell like he really like that and he want to be like that. You know, so I've
Mhm.
seen a difference, and to me, it is like he wants to be like. Not that he's not talented. I'm not saying he's not
Mhm.
When
talented. You know what
when
I'm
you
saying?
say he wants to be like that, what do you mean? He wants to be like what?
He 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 100% does that thing on purpose. He does that on purpose, right? He a
Mhm.
hundred he 100%. Man, he's like a Mexican Post Malone, bro. Like Guarantee you, 3 albums down, he finna switch up. He finna switch up 3 albums down, and he gonna distance himself
Mhm.
from the hip hop culture. I can see it coming because see Pitbull like he the person I see him hitting and him going like, nah, I don't even do hip hop records no more, man. You know what I'm saying? I would that was like I said to
Mhm.
me, and I could be wrong. I could be dead wrong, so whatever. But to me, it feels like it's the way in. This I can
Right.
I'm Mexican Paul Wall. I'm gonna show my grill. I'm gonna talk like this all the time, and then when I blow, you ain't gonna see me no more. I'm be on them. But yeah,
No,
man,
no,
I'm
no.
sorry.
Yeah, I mean that was a factor that drew me in. Definitely the little roll of the R's and the quick, you know. But yeah,
But
so it'd definitely be him. And then of course Jasmine Sullivan. Um, and then I would have to go with Erica Badu.
Baduism, man. Mm. What are your 3 collabos, Dub? If you could pick 3 that you could do a song with.
Oh shit. When last time we recorded a song?
I don't know. Yeah. But, I mean, if
Man,
you
that's
couldn't
long.
just say,
Man, now? I mean, only because I like Ratchery. I would
Mhm.
definitely love to do a collabo with Glorilla and Cardi B.
Mhm.
So you can just
Mhm.
put them as one. Cause I just love
Mhm.
Ratchery, bro.
Yeah,
Me too.
Anybody
yeah,
that say Curbin on Curbin, Ratchery, bro, at its
yeah.
finest.
That's
You know what I'm
gold.
saying?
That's
So
gold.
We just gonna
uh uh
put you on.
if you can rhyme one bitch, two bitch, old bitch, new bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah. So definitely Glorilla and Cardi. Outside of that, man, at this point, I would let her do a collab with Griselda. So Conway, Benny, you know what I'm talking about, West Side. I let her do a collab with them. And then like the third one, I don't know. It's a toss up between like Tory Lanez and Joe Budden.
Mm.
I just want to say that I just want to say that that's the most toxic mix of people I've ever heard in my life.
I'm a toxic nigga though. You know I
That's what I'm
love
saying.
Ratchery, bro.
All right, all right. So
Oh.
okay, so mine would be how, okay. I'm gonna go with it live. I'm gonna go with live. I would go Stevie Wonder,
Mm.
Kanye West, and probably Lauryn Hill.
That's a good
Oh,
mix. That's a good mix.
Probably go. And the reason why I picked them 3 is because I don't think it would be strapped to it. It wouldn't be genres with strapped. It could be like, let's say if it's me and Lauren Hill messing around and it be me trying to sing and her rapping, or if it's me and Kanye West, it could be anything. If it was
Right.
me and Stevie Wonder, like that could be jazz, hip hop, rock and roll. You know what I'm saying?
and
I
you
I
Yeah.
would really
and what's your list again, book?
Kanye,
Stevie Wonder,
Stevie,
Kanye, and Lauren Hill. See, I also
yeah.
tried to make sure I put my talent level within the list that I could be able to hold my own. And I don't believe that you hopping on a track with Stevie Wonder or Kanye West or Lauren Hill, I don't think you're
Well, think
gonna
I could?
make
You
the
think I keep
cut.
up? What you
No, you
mean? I
can't,
think I could.
nigga.
Why not? Okay, well that's
No,
how you feel.
Stevie Wonder. What are you gonna do with Stevie Wonder?
Right. So watch this. This is what I think. I feel like I feel like if 2 people who are able to create ideas could sit in the
Mhm.
room, anything is possible, bro. So if you feel like I don't have the physical talent to what's call it, but we're talking about some creatives. We're
I'm
talking
not
about
knocking your
ideas
talent.
makers.
I'm not saying that
No,
you're
I'm not
not a
saying that.
talented guy.
No, I'm just saying that.
I'm just saying that I don't know what you would do on a track. You know what? You could surprise me. You could actually be great on a track with Stevie Wonder.
Right. Yeah.
You
You
probably
probably
could
kill
write
it.
no, he wouldn't kill it. You probably could write a fire
The
verse
hater.
for
That's
Kanye.
that's hate right there. That's
It was
hate.
hate, bro. You probably could
Look,
write a fire verse for Kanye. You know what I'm talking about? But
you mean
then
right
he'll
versus
probably have
Kanye?
consequence come rewrite it. And
That's
Yeah.
hate. That's hate. That's hate.
that was hate too. And Lauren Hill, no, bro, there's nothing you can do. on a song outside of admiring the great Lauryn Hill, bro. Cause she not, but you know what? Y'all will work out because she ain't gonna be on time and you ain't gonna be on time. So
Oh yeah.
So watch this.
Pull
Watch
up at
this.
the same time.
Like I said.
I'm just joking with you, Bug. That's
Yeah,
all.
I know. But it's wild though, cause like,
Bug getting serious.
watch this. Watch this. Dr. Dre make music, bro.
Dr. Dre is a
Dr. Dre
dope
had
genius. What are you talking
He
about?
do
he
make
can't rap
music.
for shit. He can't rap for shit, my dude.
That's what
He ain't
Eminem
never
and
wrote a
Snoop is
verse.
for. I know. That's what Eminem, Snoop, Ice Cube. That's what they for. That's what
But
Exhibit was for.
everybody is for. That's what Diddy.
Oh, so you gonna hop on a track with Stevie, but you gonna get Stevie to write the verse for you?
No,
Okay, I got
no,
you.
no. What I'm saying is that because like, and this is one of the things that our community does. This
Oh,
is
here
not
we
talking about
go.
you. I'm just the truth though. Like I ain't no liar, bro.
These jokes, we ain't got to be serious about the community today,
You know,
man.
no, listen what I'm saying. It's jokes.
Man, we
It's
ain't got to be
jokes.
serious with the community today, man.
It's jokes. But what I'm saying is, like, we got Lil Boosie right now
The Boosie
talking
badass.
about Lil Boosie,
The Boosie badass. Yeah.
talking
Yeah.
about Kanye West, Eminem, and Jay-Z.
What he said?
And you have we have a myriad of people who like, yeah, man, he right.
What'd he say?
Right. He said that don't nobody bump Ye, Jay-Z, and M in the hood.
They
He say
they
he
play
got the
Jay-Z in the
hood.
hood.
They play all that shit in the
And
hood. Like,
Kanye.
all
God,
that.
They
Yeah,
play
all
Jay-Z
that.
in the hood.
they play all and not even being from the hood. If I wasn't from the hood, bro, that shit's on the Super Bowl, man. Everybody watching the Super Bowl.
Mhm.
Like, what I'm saying is,
In what context
Boosie-
did he say it though?
he said it like Boosie says it, man. He was trying to say that he got the hood. And
But
he,
you know, to shoot him a little bit of bell, them Louisiana niggas were historically. They historically have said we didn't listen to Jay-Z in the hood, bro. We listen to
they
Wayne, we
lying
listen to
their ass
Tupac.
off.
I
They lying their
can't
ass
say they
off.
lying their ass off. You can't say that.
Know how you can say lying their ass off? Because
You
can
can't
go
say
on.
that.
Let me put it, you can go on Billboard. You can go on the Bush Chicago and see where the sales come from, and see they got 5 million sales in Louisiana. They got 10 million sales. Like they just saying that because it's a connotation of like it's a fake hood thing that they try to pull up. What I'm
This
saying is that
Billboard is accurate.
you can go to all these Spotify sites. Like you think that Universal went and gave Cash Money all this money because they just liked them, or they thought that, man, they look at the numbers they're doing in their region. Look at their numbers. Look at their numbers. And so when Cash Money signs, what do they do with Atlantic? Cash Money puts Snoop Dogg and they put these other non-regional artists on the albums with Cash Money. So now we have a NBA young boy could say, if he says something about it, he has a foot to stand on because he's putting out albums every 2 weeks and doing 150, 200,000 sales. Boosie's barely making 10,000.
I don't know if I've ever listened to it. I can't tell you one NBA YoungBoy song, bro.
Yeah, but he moving them units.
Y'all listen to NBA YoungBoy? I'm not saying he don't.
My husband loves NBA YoungBoy.
Man, what kind of music does he make? I've heard like the only true song I've listened to with NBA YoungBoy, it was him and the Migos.
He got
And I think I only listen to the song because it's a 50 Cent beat, and you can't go wrong with the song. But NBA YoungBoy, you go hard, bro.
Yeah, he go hard.
Yeah.
He go hard.
I think since he a pain music artist.
Exactly. That's all that's what, and that's a whole good conversation. But
Mm.
all these new rappers are pain rappers,
Right.
And you can't lose with pain rap because
Right.
teens and young people, that's what growing up. It's a struggle to grow up finding yourself. So they easily find an audience. They Kurt Cobains, bro. They Juice Worlds. That's all they are. They XXXTentacions. They pain rappers, and it's not hard to be. It's not hard to be like, oh man, it's. I'm trying to find my way. I'm trying to find my way too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then they had it's super melodic. So it's not like like our generation. They're trying to, preach to us. They ain't trying to preach nothing. They trying to just let you know that you ain't alone. And I'm feeling the same way. You like, damn, I feel the same way too.
And for the record, it's not hate to call them a pain rapper, even though they could have rapping skills. It could be just a great rapper, right?
Oh no, no, no. I'm not saying. I'm
Right,
not
it's just
saying.
that lyrics is more of like I'm
Yeah.
going through it, and the
And
beat
you
is
can kind
more
of
of
put them in a different category of rap. Like they're rappers and they're great rappers, and
mm-hmm.
they would be fire
Right.
rappers, whether they were pain rappers, trap rappers, rappy rappers, backpack rappers, whatever.
Not
But
necessarily.
they
No, 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 no,
excel.
no, no, no,
Let
no,
me
no, no,
finish.
no.
No, let me finish.
I would say no though.
But they see. You'll say no to what, book?
That they wouldn't be great rappers. Like they
I wasn't
wouldn't be
talking about
great
a certain
rappers.
rapper. I'm just talking about rappers in the genre of rap, and they can rap. And even though they are a pain rapper, they could also maybe excel at lyricism or rapid rap. So they would be great in not NBA YoungBoy, but anyone could be great in those other categories. But we are saying that they are pain rappers, right?
Well, it's nuanced because it's nuanced because you could say like let's say Lil Uzi Vert, right? Rappers like Lil Uzi Vert actually have a hip hop rap backdrop.
Yep.
Now they choose to go and use this style because it's profitable and because it's popular. NBA YoungBoy, I've never really heard him have a straight. His style is is dated. It's of the time. In 5, 10 years, he gonna be out of there. He gonna be out of there because he like Amigos. 5, 10 years, they was out of there. You know what I'm saying? Das Effects. 5, 10 years, they out of there. What's the last Migos songs you heard? You know that like they skyrocket because they're of the moment and they're great. Not taking anything from it, but like they are of a moment. They not a Kanye or a Jay Z or a Common or something that you can take. I can go back to Death Certificate
I
right now and
don't
be like, oh
know if
yeah.
we can say that about the Migos because even though they broke up, you had a duo that emerged from the group that was hot and finna pop and bubble, and somebody got killed. So,
And that's what I was gonna
Offset.
ask. Do
yeah.
you think that they would have um went down if their group wouldn't have broken up?
Well, they was already going down before they broke up.
You think so?
How? What metric you giving? Because I don't think they were. I think they was just hot. They was hot.
Yeah, they were still hot.
They was still
What
hot.
was the what was it? The third album, what was it called? Something 3.
Culture
What was it
3.
called? Culture 3 was not what Culture 2 was and not what Culture 1 was. Offset just dropped the album last year that we don't talk about.
Book. So you gonna knock the album that the man dropped a post death of his brother album
Well,
and it's
but
still
no.
mourning? Like that's the other piece.
What you mean? The album was done before that, bro. The album was done before he died. He just dropped it after that. It wasn't like he died. No, the Offset was the one whoever went solo dropped the album. I don't know. I'm not a Migos aficionado, but
Mm-hmm.
whoever went solo, the two guys went together and the one solo. The person who went solo dropped his album at the same time as the duo dropped, and both the albums didn't do quote unquote Migos numbers.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't
Mm-hmm.
know what numbers they did. I don't know.
Yeah,
I know. I
right.
know. I know. I heard a lot of. I know. I did hear a lot of dialogue about Offset album. It was nice. He was actually rapping on it. He
Name a
had some. He
song.
had some good songs on it. I said. I don't listen to the
I'm
shit. I
playing.
just
I'm
told
playing,
you.
bro. I'm playing.
I just told you what the commentary I heard about it. You know, I
I'm
don't listen
playing.
to the Migos like that, bro. Nigga, you name songs off the album.
I try to listen to everything that come
You name
out.
a song off the album.
I don't like Offset or the Migos, so I'm telling you,
Right
I ain't
then.
listen to it. But I listen to. I know. I listen to a bunch of music, right? And I understand how music works, how labels work, how promotions work.
Mm-hmm.
When Offsets have the album coming on out, Offset from to be on every project that comes out before that. Offset was on Freddie Gibbs' album. Offset was on uh not Jeezy album. He was on the DJ Khaled album. Like the labels leverage our artists against themselves and promoting themselves. If you're not hot or if you don't have a buzz, there's no reason to put you on my album. Why I'm gonna put an artist that doesn't have any pull on my album and I'm trying to create a buzz for my album? Like it's a symbiotic relationship. Uh I'll say all that. I mean, Offset album didn't do Migos numbers. It didn't. it didn't do Migos numbers. Like as a non-fan, I can remember Culture One dropping and them having 4 or 5 songs on the radio. As a non-Migos fan, I can remember Culture Two dropping, I'm having 3 or 4 songs on the radio. As a non-Migos fan, I can remember Culture Three dropping, and it's like, what's called it? Them had that, the duo had the one song with the hop in the 16 passions. They had that song,
Mhm.
but I mean, it's not hard to really just think about it, like because they're such pop. They're not even rappers at this point. These are pop artists. Cardi B's in the same boat. Like we can say we want to say, but she has one album or 2 albums,
One,
Right.
and
one in
you
the
know what I'm
mixtape. To
saying.
be honest with you,
Mhm.
Nicki Minaj just dropped Pink Panther 2 or Pink whatever 2,
Not Pink Panther.
whatever, what I'm saying. Like you can see
What
it.
did she do?
You can look and see, what I
so
mean?
I
And
Bug, let me ask you a question.
yeah.
Do you take in consideration when some of these artists are dropping off of their major label that they were on? Like I think when Offset dropped that album, I think he was out of whatever deal that he was in or off the label that he was on. I don't know if he
Hmm.
dropped it independent or with a smaller record label,
Hmm.
but that's what they're doing. Like same thing with Nicki Minaj. I don't know what label she's on or if it's a label deal, distribution deal, however it is now. But she didn't
Atlantic.
drop that. I don't think she dropped it on the same label she's been on. I'm not sure. I don't know. And she beefing with Atlantic. So if you're beefing with your label, they're not gonna put the same push behind you that they would have if you weren't. Or if you're just coming off a label deal and now you're trying to go independent, you're not going to get that same push with your project that you did while you were on the major. So yeah, you might not get a song on the radio being played because we know the radio ain't playing songs because that's what people want to hear. They paying songs because that's what they were paid to play.
I mean, I can see I can give credence to some of those. I see I see where you're going with that, and I agree to some of it. But in the same breath, uh, we're in a whole new age of music as far as promotion and publicity. Like I'll answer your question by saying Kanye West is #1 in 72 countries.
That's Kanye
Now,
West,
hold up, but what label he's on?
but that's Kanye West.
Kanye West, exact. I'm saying Kanye West is literally banned from everything half a year ago.
But that's Kanye West. If
What does that
Kanye
mean?
West says I'm dropping some shoes tomorrow in a 2-pack,
Hmm.
me and Kid Cudi, bro, people are gonna be going crazy and they're gonna go to KanyeWest.com is where you get it from, or what his own platform, and people gonna go
Yeah,
because it's Kanye West.
and
Mhm.
you don't think that
Offset doesn't
Cardi
have the
B and Offset in that same.
Offset and the Cardi B are not in the same stratosphere when it comes to that with like Kanye West. They're not. They're not on the same planet. They're not on the same level at all. No, they're not.
According to jscale.com, jscalo, Cardi B is the ninth most productive artist on Atlantic of all time, behind Skrillex, Sia, Bruno Mars, Lizzo, Ed Sheeran, Aretha Franklin, Led Zeppelin, and Ray Charles.
The four there are four people you named that you would put close to the same or on the same level with Kanye. And that was Led Zeppelin, that was Aretha Franklin, that was what was the other one you said? Ray Charles?
Uh,
Mm-hmm. Ray Charles #1.
Yeah. And who was the other person?
Led Zeppelin, Ray Charles, Bruno Mars,
Bruno, no, take Bruno Mars off.
Skrillex.
Skrillex is a DJ dude, bro. And that's weird. Like them little young kids used to love DJ Skrillex. I don't know why. My nephew used to play the shit out of DJ Skrillex.
Yeah, but I mean, my
who
point
did
was
this
saying that
really?
that that
I
that
don't know what
that
that
the
is.
way the popularity, like not denouncing what you're saying. I'm just saying that the popularity of the artist nowadays is as important as the music they produce. So if I'm a popular artist, if I'm popular, forget my music. If I'm popular, that 100% translates to me being important to the label, because the label's like, as popular as you are, we can eat off of you. And
Mhm.
so and
That's
and so
facts.
and so if I'm saying that Cardi B is as popular or in the same conversation with Bruno Mars, in the same conversation with Ray Charles, Aretha Franklin, Skrillex, and Sia, then yeah, if Cardi B decides to go poop on a track tomorrow and call it, say mud water, it should go platinum. But that's not the case. You know what I'm saying? Because some of these other because there is still that virility or the truth that Kanye West makes dope music. You know what I'm saying? Uh, 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 uh Erica Badu makes dope music. Lauren Hill makes dope music. Some of these artists make dope music, so it doesn't matter what the landscape is. The Migos are good artists, whatever you want to call them, but they are dated. They are super dated. They are super dated because of what they did and how they did it. The Migos didn't change from their first album to their fifth album.
You heard that Quavo and Gunna single?
No,
Okay,
is it dope?
it's
Is it
nice.
hard?
It's
Is it
nice.
nice?
It's nice.
I'm not a Gunna fan. But that's just me. I'm not big on Gunna.
Mhm.
What what do y'all think about have y'all heard the Kanye album?
I have not. I have not listened to
Ooh,
this
y'all
last
missing
album.
out, man. Y'all missing out.
Really?
Missing out.
Hey,
I
I
don't know.
know he got a lot of features from a lot of TikTok clips.
Not really. It's
No? How
the
many
whole album.
features he got?
I think maybe
Or how
like
many songs is it? Like,
uh maybe 8, 15, 17. It's a joint. It's him and Dollar Sign. That's the album. It's him and so
mhm.
that alone to me was enough to check it out.
Oh,
Because
okay, okay.
Ty Dolla Sign is dope in his own, but it's not Kanye is Kanye. Kanye Kanye
Right.
is Kanye is something different. You know what I'm saying? It's something different. It's not that's not hip hop. He's rapping on it. Freddie Gibbs is on there. The biggest single to date is Carnival. That's him and Playboy Cardi and somebody else. Lil Durk's
Mhm.
on it. Um, Chris Brown's on it. It's
Mhm.
a couple names on it, but it's everywhere. It's everywhere. It's EDM, it's rap, it's hip hop, it's pop, it's 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 Gregorian chanting over hip hop. Timberland got a beat on there that's ooh, ooh,
Mhm.
and that's one of the rapping tracks. Anyway, but y'all check
I'm
it
gonna
out.
have to, I'm gonna have to go listen to that. I
Yeah,
have to listen. I love Kanye's older and his non talked about. Like I like he had an album that came out and I think it was called something like I forgot the name of it, but it's on there. It's a song. I thought about.
killing you one day.
Yes,
But I love myself, and you know I don't love myself, so I know I
yes,
kill you. That was what was that? That was the when he was doing the sevens.
yeah, yeah,
Uh,
yeah,
I thought about killing you today. That was a hard. Wasn't that a hard album?
That's the album where he did the all work on the plane. It's like a little mountain range or something, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah,
I know. I got that album. That was a hard album.
yeah. I love those types. So I don't know.
But
I
was
be
that rap?
I
yeah,
stopped trying to box Kanye into a genre.
right, right.
Just makes music. Yeah,
Yeah,
Kanye just
you
make
can really
music.
go when you want to feel different. You can go if you want to go listen to gospel. If you want to go be a little sad or be I don't.
Man, I ain't gonna lie. When I used to man, I forgot what summer that was. But we were working in a church. It was summertime. I never forget. It was summertime. We were in a church. I used to come in there with the Kanye, the Jesus album, and I would play that Kanye album in the mornings. You know what I'm saying? And all the break times, and all the elders were like, "Man, who was that?" I'm like, "That's Kanye West." I'm like, "What?" Like that's Kanye West. You know what I mean? That was that was
Yeah.
that was. But anyway, they're gonna say I'm Kanye meat riding.
No. I mean, you can't deny it. Can't deny it.
Can't deny the truth, man. Socially, selectively social. How'd you come up with that title for the album?
Selectively social. I've actually, um, I started a clothing line, but basically it was just I didn't want to. I'm very very social person. Like I'm very cool with everybody. Like I don't go too close. Um, and I really just I feel like that I give a lot. I'm a Cancer, so I love hard, and I'm gonna give you my good energy, my all.
June
Um,
29th. June 29th. I feel you. I'm with
yeah. But I'm
you.
July 21st. But I just I learned to that you can't. This album was basically me learning in a part of my life that you can't give your all to everybody because it was like a lot of hurt. Like each song on it is for a specific situation or a specific relationship, and it was really just like, all right, you still be you. 'Cause a lot of people they get hurt and stuff, they be like, I ain't mess with, I am just gonna stay to myself. Still be
Yeah.
you, but with your boundaries,
Mm,
basically.
mm,
Yeah.
that's deep. I'm stuck in that space always, and like I feel like sometimes I'm like, you know what? I don't really care. Like I feel with everything you're saying, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, because your first, it's like getting punched in the face. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When you get
Yeah.
punched in the face, the next time somebody ifs at you, you quick to like hold up, because I know what that
Mm-hmm.
feels like. But then sometimes you like, man, you know what? They ain't gonna knock me out, man. I can take that, you know what I'm saying? And if that's what they want to do, that's what we're gonna do. Whether they hit me or not hit me, you know what I'm saying? I'm still gonna be able to make it to the next to the next, or
Right.
I can still proceed forward.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll be stuck in that space too, and I understand I understand what you're saying, and
Yeah.
that's the
Yeah.
new space to be in. But
Yeah.
ultimately, I always feel like, man, I just do you, and man, they gonna do them. They always them.
Yeah. But with me, I realize is I from going to therapy, thank God for therapy, I've realized that I'm a runner. Like if the quickest sign you do some weird stuff, like I'm cutting you off. That was my whole path. And I've just come to a point in my life to where like I'm able to see you and still just act accordingly. Like that's how you moving. All right. I'm still gonna be me. I'm still gonna love you. I'm still gonna, but don't get crazy. Don't get
Yeah,
crazy. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
Let's be cordial. You act how you act. I'm gonna accept you. And
yeah.
I'm not 100%. I'm crazy as hell as well. So if you accept me, I accept you type shit. That's just how I'm always gonna, come. And I feel like that's kind of it's gotten me mentally like out of a lot of stuff because when you love hard, you do like get this when it stopped this whole distraught like what happened or I ain't gonna never do this no more. I ain't gonna do this for this person. I never do that again. You will never
Yeah,
get this
yeah,
out of me type. But then at the end of the day, it's gonna take away from your blessings. And
man.
you gotta realize like, I'm not about to lose no more sleep over you, dog. Like you did what you had to do, and I'm gonna just take that as step up. My daddy used to always say, when they try to throw dirt on you, like just shake that off and step on up. By the time in a few minutes, be couple days, you get up
Yeah.
to the top. But you just, and you gonna get exactly where you need to get. So but it take a lot to get there because a lot of times I slip up my husband, he be like, just chill. It ain't they probably ain't meaning that way. You gotta realize it's different perspectives a lot of times.
Man, perspective is a big word. I remember we talked about this one time or before, and I asked the question, I believe, I forgot what the answer was, but it's like, it doesn't matter. Like, does somebody else's reaction to you change you? Or does
Mm,
somebody else's, does like, when things
mm,
around you get strange, what does that make you get strange too?
facts,
Or do
facts,
you like, oh, it's strange around here? Okay, well, shit, you know what I mean? That's what
right.
that's they being strange. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? I've a lot of times I've been in situations, or I've been the person to say like, "Hey, this is strange," and they were like, "Why you say that?" I'm like, "Cause it's strange." That's why I
Yeah.
said that. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm not trying to. But this is strange up in here. This is something
Mhm.
that's odd and abnormal. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? And pretending it's not strange and abnormal makes you be a complacent, or being a sidekick to their strangeness.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Nah, this is strange. I don't understand what's going on. This is strange. You know,
Yeah.
and and like you said, being in therapy, going through therapy, being in
Mhm.
therapeutic situations, it's like, you does it change you, or do
Right.
you change? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
And
that goes
then
back to
after a
the
while, you
individual.
start to realize it's strange to you because that's not what you used to. A lot of times, that's how them people was raised, and that's normal to them. You be looking around like this what y'all do? Like this what was this like? How was your thought process when you did this? But a lot of times they just and they don't know no better. And my daddy used to say that, my mama used to say that all the time. They don't know no better. You be like, nah, they knew what they was doing. They knew exactly what they was doing, but it's a part of learning and growing
uh,
up and dealing with folk, man.
there's the
It's
I always
crazy.
try to I ask people all the time, like, what is the level of normality we're dealing with? Like, there has to be a baseline of normality that we're dealing with, and
It's
the
not
issue
though,
becomes
bro. I get what you're saying.
exactly.
I get
Right.
what
But
you're
it's not.
saying.
You're right. You're
Right,
right,
but it's
bro.
not
It's
though, bro.
not. That's the problem, because it's like, bro, if you thinking that if the level of normality you have is to put your hands on somebody, or the level of normality you have is to cuss somebody out, or the level of mortality you have is to close your eyes and walk away, or like, this is not normal. Like, we have to establish some form of normality in every relationship that we have, and however it goes, right? And what ends up happening inadvertently is we establish levels of normality that are abnormal. So your entire relationship that you go through is abnormal, but it's normal to y'all. Everything about it is abnormal. Like, no, y'all shouldn't be fighting every day. Why is y'all throwing hands every day like this? Oh, we just get mad and we fighting, it's over. Well, hold up, let's not fight about this. Somebody has to be the person to be like, you know what, man? You can fight this way. I'm gonna fight this way. But we have the coping mechanisms that we choose a lot of times don't be helping. We'll shut off, or we'll like close our eyes to it, or we'll just fight back harder, or like we don't have coping mechanisms to be like, oh, let's just talk this thing out the whole way, or let's just be at this level until we get to a closing point, right? Now, man, I deal with it so much. I work with young kids. I work with adults. I work with people who are disenfranchised. I work with, what I'm saying, I've been places where I'm giving stuff away for free and getting cussed out, whatever. But I understand that they level or more that their normal is not, they come into this food drive drunk and full of alcohol,
Mhm.
or they come into this place already feeling fucked up to haven't even be here. Like, damn, I gotta
Right.
come to this food drive. I ain't got no food in my house. I
Mhm.
feel a certain way. So me getting fly with them back, that's not helping the situation.
Mhm.
And I have to have an empathetic eye to be like, well, if that was me, and
Yeah.
that's on a grand scale, but it's a smaller scale at work. That person might be a cashier, you might be a what you call it, and they might been trying to be the manager for the last 3 years. And you come in as a manager, I got hate for you. Not
Mhm.
because I hate you, but it's all types of situation. But we
Mhm.
have to, as people, like, be more empathetic and sympathetic to the
Yeah.
situations.
Yeah.
But we not, you know what I'm saying? Because we selfish in America,
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
taught to be selfish.
How far does my empathy have to go with your disrespect, though? That's my
I mean,
question. That's what I struggle with because I'm
that's a great
I'm a
question.
pretty level-headed, reasonable guy, and I deal with a lot of bullshit. Not from you because you full of shit, but just regular in my life. You know what I'm saying? Especially at work, I deal with a certain amount of BS. But like, yeah, man, if you get too disrespectful, you know what I'm saying? I don't know how empathetic I can be.
Oh, that's a great question. I don't know. I don't know the answer. I know
You
that
know,
I
it just, I would say it depends on the
It
situation.
does depend. I will let I pretty much will let you get your shit off and walk away because I'm a mature young man these days. But
Hmm.
I'm also Aries. Uh, I will kill an ant with a bomb and feel bad for the ant. You know what I'm talking about for about 3 seconds and then get
Mhm.
over it and go on by my business.
Hmm. That's that's
So
that's. I mean, I mean, I would say like in different situations, like some you, if you accept somebody to kick you, that's pretty big. Cause I don't know if I'll be able to accept that. I'll try to give a little grace once I understand I haven't thought about it. But
like in corporate life, I've been in several situations where people have crossed the line with remarks or actions, and I
hmm,
let them make it. And then, like on the eighth time, I have to, hey man, come take a walk with me, and let them know, on a professional level, like
hmm,
this isn't the route you want to go down. But I say it professionally,
right,
so I won't get fired. And it's just like, how long do you have to take it? Because if you keep taking it and being empathetic and turning the cheek, a lot of times people look at that as a weakness and then they try to run over you and not respect you. So sometimes you do have to draw a line in the sand of
absolutely,
respect that you can't
absolutely,
cross. I do agree
absolutely.
with Boogie. It can't be violence all the time and things like that. Me and him go back and forth and we curse a lot because that's
I
Yeah,
don't
the
curse a lot.
nature of
I
our
don't curse like
relationship.
curse a lot. I don't curse
I
a
mean,
lot.
you really make me curse a lot, Boog. Like you are a button pusher, and you are the only person who I allow to press buttons. Pause. Everybody else, I just walk away from because I'm not arguing with these niggas. Man, whatever, bro. I
that's
got
love. That's
ESPN to
love.
I
go
mean,
watch. But
ultimate,
you,
ultimately,
Big
ultimately,
love.
ultimately, no, ultimately, like I think that I don't know. I don't want to go too deep. Not about me and you, but just period. Like everybody ain't meant to work for people, man. And
That's
so
right.
there's a whole entire section of it that you ain't supposed to be working for nobody to begin with. Not I'm just saying people in general. Like
Hmm.
everybody's not, but everybody's not a boss. So now what do I do? How do I navigate this space? I need to
but
make.
but but that's why I say you're right. Everybody can't be a boss. I don't think that, and I think it's levels to it. I think there are times in place. There are times and periods in your life where you have to follow to learn how to lead.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
so you have to be that worker bee before you can be the boss.
yeah.
Because
Right.
if everybody was a boss, nobody would be
Right.
productive because we wouldn't have anybody to work for us.
Yes.
So I sometimes think people look at corporate or working for someone or being under someone's tutelage as a negative thing when it's not.
Mm-mm.
It's a way for you to perfect your craft, to see how you need to move, to learn how to move in a corporate setting. So once you get to that point,
Facts.
you're that manager, you're that
Facts.
boss, you're running your own company. You have had the tutelage and the time and the mentorship to learn how to do that. And a
And
lot of
it helps
times,
you deal with other different people and their different ways of thinking. And because I work from home, but I deal with like different type of people, not me. And it's like you find different ways to talk to them and stroke it and understand and know how to get what you want. And is I definitely like I'm always pro advocate for working corporate, just for work ethic, if not, and structure, because I feel like when you working, it was a time period, I think it was the COVID era when everybody wanted to be business owners. But then all that went downhill because don't nobody know how to run a business. Don't nobody want to answer the phones, and they want to make up these extravagant, like, I feel like that all has to do with structure and knowing how to, deal with other people and see what they like, or different type of stuff. So I feel like it's definitely, something that should be implemented. If not a long period of time, but definitely.
Yeah, just
It definitely, yeah.
whatever period of time that you needed to work for you. And then you
Right.
learn you you really learn like small stuff like professional goal setting. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
We were taught to set goals. Well, I was taught to set goals just in my personal life,
Mhm.
through things I wanted to do. But sometimes you might forget to apply that to your corporate career, your work career, whatever it is you want to do, and setting small goals and knowing how to do them. 2 month goal, 6 month goal, 12 month goal. You know what I'm saying? Like knowing how to set those goals, apply them, knowing how to move in a corporate setting, knowing how to talk to people, something as simple as knowing how to type an email. You know what I'm saying? There are young people in my life who want to be, I don't want to live a regular life. I want to run my own business. Cool. All right. Well, do you got your paperwork right? Do you have your
Right.
LLCs, or do you have your DBAs? Do you have your tax ID
Mhm.
information where you can do these things, where you can build business credit? And they look at me crazy. And I'm like,
Right.
well, how you think you're gonna do this? You know what I'm saying? How do you think you're gonna successfully run your business and grow your business and expand and scale to be able to do this for the rest of your life and support yourself?
Yeah.
And they don't
Yeah,
have those
it
answers.
sounds
They
good
they
though.
just know they
Right.
just know I want to. Oh man, this celebrity chef on TikTok. That's what I want to do. And
Mhm.
all they
Mhm.
doing is cooking on TikTok. And I'm like, okay, cool. Do you even have a camera to record your
Yeah.
content?
Right.
Well, I think also that there being a certain age is comes side by side with having a spirit of defiance, right? But also there are there are exterior motivators and factors that make young people like understand, like, man, this ain't how it's supposed to be, bro. Like this ain't how it's supposed. Like they know. Like when I was a certain age, I knew that like now this person is treating me different for a certain reason. I know they shouldn't treat me like this. Now I don't particularly know why. I don't know how I'm gonna get up out of this, but I do know that I'm gonna find my way out of that situation. And so if I'm a certain age, 19, 20, and hypothetically I went to Kirby, went to Smiley, right? I only dealt with a certain type of people.
Right.
Now, that certain type of people are the minority in the world or in this nation. So now when I go to get employed somewhere, I'm dealing with a whole different type of people that I've never dealt with before. There are certain micro aggressions, certain macro aggressions that I don't even understand. They say something slick
Mhm.
to me, and because in my environment I grew up in, this is how I respond to that stuff. This is how I respond to them. I don't
Mhm.
know that. You know what I mean? And it 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 start. I'm saying all that to say it starts at a younger age,
Absolutely.
and we get to an older age and we haven't cultivated or haven't had these some of these intellectual and business modules that are in our brain stroked, and now
Yeah.
we trying to get it out right now. We're like, oh man, I need, like you said, I need to be. I seen it on TikTok, so now we also on top of that are in the microwave generation where everything got to happen right away. So
Mhm.
like there's all type of circumstances that make it more difficult to be successful or to grow to be business minded in this time. But it all always comes back to, you know, the pie wasn't baked to begin with. It was microwaved. It wasn't baked.
Yeah.
They ain't put it in. It wasn't stir. It wasn't stirred when it was. It wasn't. The crust wasn't handmade. It was quick, easy made crust. It was poured in there quick. And of course, when you make something quick, it's not gonna come out the same as when you take your time and make them ingredients and crush them cherries or however you make pie. I ain't never ate pie in my life, but
Right.
you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. I feel like it was more of a with our parents. Well, my parents or my generation of parents, they were more so of taking care of the household rather than the mental. I mean, I feel like we're just now like a people like getting hip to the therapy and the different way of thinking and oh, hold on, let me figure out, all right, these people controlling this. And I feel like it comes with the rebelliousness of, damn, I done spent my whole life. Y'all done told me all I gotta do is go to college and I'll be successful. And here you go. And I gotta pay these people all this money back. And I'm still on don't know what I'm doing in my life. I feel like a lot of people my age, well, I know in my generation felt that way. So I feel like that's why it's kind of like a, well, hold on, but I mean, it's a blessing and a curse because I feel like our parents had their own demons to deal with. Like we had our own demons to deal with, but it's just increasingly as the world grow and the times grow and it give more technology and all that. I feel like, I mean, the sky's the limit to what can happen, and it's scary sometimes, but
Man, let's brighten this up, man. What who who do you want? If I told you today, like, okay, tomorrow I got your EP, I got so and so and so and so that wants to take your EP and reproduce the whole thing. What is a producer that you really, 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 really mess with that you would want to redo your whole EP?
Timberland,
Timberland,
Timberland, definitely Timberland. I
the
be
one that
on
had a baby
Timberland
on there.
lives like pick me. Like, yeah. So I'll be in I'll be on there, but definitely Timberland. Like his mindset is crazy. His like
I I
his
I, I
skill
would,
set.
I'm a Timberland fan. I'm older than you, so I mean, I remember
Hmm.
I remember Timberland when he first was producing when he because Timberland and Genuine, Aaliyah, they was all in the
Hmm.
basement with Devontae and Missy. They was all in the Swing Mob. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? And so Player, Static Major, uh it's somebody else I'm forgetting. But so if you go back to some of the early Jodeci albums, you'll hear
Hmm.
Missy on some of them tracks. You'll hear Timberland on some of them tracks. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Yeah. I want to say, oh, I don't want to say the wrong track, but there are several Timberland, Tim Mosley tracks, and back in the day you had CDs, and there
Hmm.
was no internet was there, but it wasn't like it is now. So you had to go track down. So you might hear a Timberland track on this obscure, what I'm saying, Virginia album over here, or this obscure, and you would hear these like, man, what is that a frog in the back? But Timberland, he one of them ones, man. He one of that. He's
Yeah.
from Virginia, I believe. I think him,
Yeah. Yeah.
Clips, Teddy Riley, I want to say is one of their mentors, because he's Virginia,
Hmm.
But Timberland is one
Yeah. He
one
crazy.
of them
That's
ones.
crazy.
Anybody
I,
else?
Kanye, but that's
Oh,
like that's like wishful thinking.
I
His,
mean,
I
he did
mean,
Chief Keef. He did Chief Keef album. I mean, Step Over. So
yeah, like that type of. I'm on like creative, like a different sound. Like you made me do some crazy stuff in the studio. Like
yeah.
I be wanting.
Have you purposely or accidentally crossed genres in some of your music sometimes?
Yes, like it's on one of the songs. It's giving rock vibes.
Yeah,
Um, some of them real soulful. Um, I really feel like it's just my voice at that particular time and how I'm feeling. It's really
yeah,
like my music really is 100% feelings. Like it's even times in the studio where producer bass woman he'll be like, do this again. And in my mind, I'm about to do this again. But by the time I done heard it, it's a
yeah.
whole nother, something totally different. So like it's just so easy to, I don't know.
I,
It's
I, I
weird.
feel like, I'm starting to hate you right now. You know what I'm
Why?
saying? Because you're like, it's just so easy. You just da, da, da.
No,
Because
no,
everybody ain't got that voice though.
no,
Everybody ain't got that
thank
voice to
you.
be like to be able to just to just play around with music and be like, oh yeah, it's easy. I just, I can just go here, I can go there, I can go here, I can go
Yeah.
there. You heard it? I sent you the Google, right, Dub?
Yeah, you sent it to me a little late. I was driving, so I ain't had time to check it out.
Oh, yeah, but
Like
when
I'm not
you'll
saying
hear
I
it,
just say
yeah,
yeah, I ain't had time to check it out yet.
Yeah.
yeah. But when you hear it, you'll be like, she one of them city types, bro, that can sing anything. We have
Yeah.
a City Jane.
Mhm.
She's one of our good friends, and she's been on the podcast a couple times. We've done music with her, whatever. But like,
Mhm.
I had a chance to write with her a couple times, and it's like people like that, you really can just you can, and that's why some tell going way back to my writing with Stevie Wonder, being people
Mhm.
like that have range, and people that are open.
Mhm.
You put two minds together, anything can happen. Like, it's because the
Yeah.
creativity, which is my pet peeve, or my whatever. I'm like, as long as you're creative, anything is possible.
Right.
Creativity is the spice of
Right.
life. Like, as long as you're creative, like, anything is possible. So you get, like I said, with somebody like yourself, with your voice and with your talents, and as long as you're creative, like, all you have to do is get in front of the right person. That's how I feel about it.
Yeah.
You know what I
Thank
mean?
you.
So I definitely would implore you to focus less on pushing your music and focus more on getting around the right people and finding the right
Mm.
people, because the old additive says it's not what you know, it's who you know.
Yes.
And there are people in the city who have plugs, have connections, have, you know, to be able to say, hey, I mean, South by Southwest was this weekend, wasn't it?
Mhm.
Yeah, that's one of the biggest mixers in the world now. But
Mhm.
you can go down there, and handing your CD to the right person can change your entire life. So music
Mm.
festivals, things of that nature, those are things you really need to I would look at. You know what I'm saying? That's
Right.
me being objective. Uh,
Yeah.
Dub,
Yeah.
are you ready to do your to make your singing debut, or
No, I know where my range is and I know where my talent ceiling is. So I will not be trying to sing on anybody's songs.
tell you, man, ain't no okay. I mean, yeah, I
I
respect
mean,
your opinion.
for me, I know
I
where my
respect your opinion,
talent
bro.
ceiling is. My
Right.
talent
Right.
ceiling
Right.
is not singing.
Mhm.
Now, if you want me to talk about some ratchet shit,
Okay. Okay.
You ever
Gotcha.
heard? Y'all ever heard "We Are the World"?
Yes.
Do
We
you remember?
are.
Like, there are like four part. They had a documentary about it. I was thinking this my whole life. My whole life, hearing this song in my mind, I was like, I know that some of these artists were looking at Bob Dylan sideways. I know they was looking at Cyndi Lauper sideways. I knew it, but I just, in my brain, I'm thinking that, but I'm like, whatever. When I seen that, I was like, yeah, man, like, you sit next to Michael Jackson, you sit next to James Ingram, Tina Turner, Huey Lewis from the Huey Lewis and the News. You think, what's his name from Journey? Uh, I forgot his name, but the lead singer of Journey. These are guys who have world class voices, and you come up to, yeah,
that's why I asked you what you planned on doing with Stevie Wonder, Lauren Hill.
but I'm way more creative. Or as I'm way
Well,
first
hold
off,
on. Bob Dylan could be creative. The nigga just can't sing.
They put
Bob
them on
Dylan, but
now.
Bob Dylan wasn't on there because of his vocals or his creativity. Bob Dylan was on there because of his activism, because he was a
Mm.
folk singer, and he sung, or he
Well,
spoke songs
well,
about, what you call it,
well.
like,
He should have did just folk song outside of the collaboration. That's what he should have
we are the
Mhm.
world, so
Oh my
we are the
God.
children. Like, he
Yeah,
lit
he
like
was hard.
on the doc, he literally, like, was self conscious about his voice with all these greats. He was like, literally, like, they made everybody leave the
Mm.
studio so he could do his part, because it was like it was too much for him, and he's kind of a recluse as well. But I'll be
Mm.
recluse too if I'm sitting next to, like, man, have you seen The Room?
I would have said no. I wouldn't have did that shit. I said I just played a little guitar. Didn't you like play a little guitar, ukulele or something too?
Nah,
He ain't play no instrument, bro.
We Are the World. What part of We Are the World were they playing instruments?
I'm not
man?
talking about We Are the World. I'm talking about Bob Dylan. He played some sort of
I
instrument,
play
like
guitar. Yeah, I play
that's what
guitar.
I'm
Yeah.
saying. Okay,
Okay. Yeah.
then I just would have played the guitar.
So
I
you
want to
say,
say,
Why don't give
you
a
say it'd
guitar
have been
part?
you know,
bling bling bling
yeah,
bling
that's all he needed to do.
blim
He
blim.
should have gave
Ray
his,
Charles, Stevie Wonder.
yeah, he should have
Come
played the
on,
guitar on a
man.
piece. They should have gave him like a little guitar riff solo or something. He shouldn't have sang.
Okay,
No, man.
gotcha. It's,
Singing has no boundaries. Singing has no
yeah.
limitations.
You
Singing has
know,
no.
I agree, but there are some people who they should have limitations and boundaries for.
Right.
Who would you say?
Boogie.
Yeah, who would now? Now okay. Now I'm gonna sing you my song, and y'all be like, man, he a straight up hater. When I sing you my song,
Okay.
or I sing you my song, they're gonna be like, yeah, Dub a hater. That song go hard.
All right. All right.
So Boog has
Better
this
believe
issue
me.
still after all of these years because he wanted to sing and we told him no. He wanted to sing
Tell them.
so bad on our
What did
songs
I say?
and we told him no. And
Can
What did
you
so
I say?
sing?
then
Hold up, but what did I say?
I
What did
don't
I
know what
say
you
about?
said. I probably was
Hold up.
Hit a
drunk.
note. Hit a note right now.
My exact thing was like, bro, can Drake sing? Can
First off,
any?
I don't remember having any of these conversations 20 some years ago, bro.
I 100%. I 100% was like, bro, them niggas can't sing either, bro. So why are you caring if I can sing or not, bro?
Because they're not
Them
on
niggas
my
can't
song,
sing.
not on the song that we are rapping on trying to get on 97.9 and you
See what I'm
can't sing.
saying?
No, I don't
But you
want you singing.
Mm-hmm.
see the vision is different, man. I'm not knocking what you're saying, Dub. I said the vision. To me, I was like, if they can't sing and they on the radio and y'all
Mm-hmm.
know me and I can't sing, then what's the difference?
Mm.
The difference is you not singing on this hook.
See what I'm saying? But they can't sing either though.
You right,
I'm
but
with
they on
you.
you, but they on Atlantic already. They, you know what I'm saying?
That's why, but
They
they
on
ain't get
Sony
they ain't,
already. We ain't.
but they didn't get on Sony because they could sing.
Yeah, but they got on Sony because somebody paid somebody to get their music in the right hands, and then somebody else paid somebody to put them on radio. And we
That's your
hadn't got
assumption.
to we haven't gotten to any kind of payola hand yet. So we was trying to get there. Now once we got in the
See,
door, and you could have
Mm-hmm.
sang your heart away,
Right.
bro.
see,
Right.
that would
Right.
I'm different. See, and that's the difference in philosophy. Not saying yours is wrong or right. I'm saying my philosophy is like I'm finna come in the way I'm going out. I'm not finna come in and I'm finna come in the way I'm going out. I'm coming in. I got 100% faith in whatever my guy
Mm-hmm.
does. I don't care what it is. If he want to
Mm-hmm.
get on that thing and man, that's what he doing. Okay, that's my dude. I'm rolling with him. I don't
Mm-hmm.
care. Yeah, man. I might even
So
get behind him and be
in
like,
all honesty, if it's good music, then I'm down with it. So if it's good music, yes, I'm down with
yeah,
it.
that's subjective though, sir.
Well, everything's subjective, so
Exactly. So now,
that's
now you feel me.
I don't feel you at all because you
If
still
everything,
weren't gonna sing on the song.
yeah, if everything's subjective, then I'm like, bro, just give me. My thing is, give me the chance to be turned down by other people. Don't shoot me down up
But we
here.
did. We didn't say you couldn't sing on any song, just
Let's
not
say, yeah,
that
yeah,
one
yeah.
you wanted to sing on.
Now, the what he's not saying is, at some point, everybody got on the track and harmonized at some point.
Mm.
After telling me no, at some point, everybody was just like, hitting some notes and hitting some hey, how did I'm like, oh, but see, y'all can
Mm.
sing, y'all can, but then when I try to do it, or when I do it, y'all want to shoot me down, but then the next song, y'all gonna.
It also could have been Bug what you were trying to do. Like you might not have really known your range. So instead of harmonizing,
Oh,
I ain't
you
got no
might have
range,
really been
bro.
got
not yes,
it.
you
There you
do.
go.
I don't
Instead
got
of
no range, bro.
harmonizing, you probably was really trying to give us some Bobby Brown or something, and that ain't what we needed. You know what I'm saying?
Bobby
Okay.
Brown can't sing. Have you ever listened to have you ever listened to Bobby Brown? Like I listen to music
I
a
don't know,
lot.
because you've told me that Bobby Brown sang better than somebody else. We've had a Bobby
Bobby
Brown singing
Brown.
conversation
Can't
before.
sleep at night. I toss and turn. He was very his voice was he was very coming from his throat now. And when I get kind of my keep it got my house. He wasn't
Him,
like
that's him now, or you talking about back then?
Yeah, he
Google
talking about
Saying,
back
go,
then. I
Google
think you
every
might
little
be
stuff I take.
you might be exaggerating a little bit, Bug.
yeah.
Google it.
You might be exaggerating a little bit, Bug.
Pull up, you go YouTube and listen to every little stuff I take, and you be like, yeah, he wasn't no strong vocalist. He wasn't no strong
Uh,
vocalist.
you
He
know, you
wasn't
call
strong like
me a
he was.
hater, bro. It might
Just
be
look it
you
up.
though.
Just look it up. Don't
Well,
believe
it's
me. Don't
subjective
believe.
though. I can
I
look it
like
up and I
Bobby
might
Brown. I
like it.
think
That's
he
what I'm
can
saying.
hold.
Like you said, everything's subjective. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. It's what your ear like. It's what you like. Cause
I down
I
big
fuck
crowd.
with some Bobby Brown music. I like some
And
of
Bobby
his.
Brown had
who
he
are you
had
to
great.
critique Bobby Brown anyway?
I'm just a person that's having an opinion. That's it. I'm
I
saying Bobby
thought you
Brown.
know
A
I thought we live in a world where too many people are critiquing people's art, and artists shouldn't be up for critique like that, bud.
No, I didn't say that. I said that people who don't have who not using anything other than their opinion. What I'm saying is Bobby Brown was not as strong as a vocalist as his contemporaries. He was a personality.
Mm,
His personality was bigger. He wasn't the
okay,
best
gotcha.
vocalist.
I
He
see
Okay,
wasn't
that.
the
I
best
see that.
vocalist in New Edition.
lead with that.
Ricky
Gotcha.
You should have
Bell
led
was
with
Gotcha.
that. Yeah,
Ricky
you should have
Bell
led
was
with that.
stronger. Ralph Trespan was stronger.
You are correct.
Johnny Gill was stronger.
You are correct.
Mhm.
I'm saying, but for some reason, Bobby Brown was put. Well, not for some reason. Bobby Brown pushed to the front. Not saying he's a bad artist. I didn't say it was bad. I'm just saying he wasn't as strong as the revisionist history will tell you. Like
Mhm.
I can't sleep at night. I toss and turn.
I do think he sounded better
He
than
was a
that, though.
he was a
He
dan-
sounded
he was
way better
dancing,
than
bro.
him,
Yeah,
though.
He
I think
was
he sounded better than that.
can't believe
Yeah.
you come by home.
Yeah. Bobby Brown had that energy. He had
He
that
had
that
energy. Yeah, he had energy.
personality.
And
Yeah.
there are some artists that have that. That's not a knock on them.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Some artists are entertainers. Some artists,
Right.
y'all gonna Beyonce is not the strongest singer.
She's not.
She's not the strongest singer. And
She
they were
can
like, she
sing, but no,
like,
she's not the strongest
yeah,
singer. But
she can
she,
sing, but
Right. Not the strongest. Not the
yeah.
strongest.
And 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 because of everything outside of her singing, she gets propelled to a level. And then when you say, hey man, Jill Scott's in this world.
Right.
Fantasia's in this world.
Mhm.
Uh, 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 Ari Lennox is in this world. You know what I mean? They're Erica Badu is in it. They're a female artist who have catalog, who have songs, who have vocal strength. You know, and they're like Beyonce is it? I'm like, oh, y'all caught up in everything else besides the music,
I
because the
would say
music
it's
not.
because of the combination with Beyonce. She can sing. She
She can
has a
sing.
range.
Yeah,
But she is an entertainer. She dances. She creates the production, and Beyonce is very talented when it comes to like vocals. Like she can run across the stage while singing a run, like things like that go into, I would say, the greatness, because even though the Jill Scotts and stuff, they can sing down, it's like a talent to be able to run and sing and run and sing vocal like runs and stuff, like how she be doing. Like it's a lot that go into, I would say, that gives her the great title. I feel like she's overhyped a lot. Yeah. But I do feel like she does deserve her title because it ain't no Jill Scott and stuff. Yeah, she put the work in, but I do feel like,
I mean, she's one of those artists that she she uh she capitalized on all her opportunities.
mhm,
Uh, you
mhm.
know, I would admit that, but I'm me personally. This is me personally. This has nothing to do with you. I'd rather sit in a room and listen to Lauren Hill or listen to Jill
Right.
Scott or listen to Erica Badu
Absolutely.
than to go to watch her jump across the stage and do backflips.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
for me, music is not a production. Music is a feeling.
but I
Mhm.
And
also no,
to me,
I feel
one
you.
more thing,
I also,
one more thing. To me, the feeling that she gives the people who love her is less about music and more about a visual and a lifestyle that she projects, not about the music that she's singing.
mm, I don't know if
To
I agree
me,
with that.
to me,
Yeah, I don't think I agree with that because everything you said for music wise, why you would want to go to a Jill Scott or Erica Badu show, Beyonce gives you that in her music because she's still a top tier vocalist. She's not the best,
Right.
but she's still a top tier vocalist, and her songs have feeling and emotion in them as well. So you're
you think she's
getting
top
that
10?
vocalist right now.
Yeah, yeah, living. Yep.
I don't know.
I
Woman.
know exactly.
I don't know. But I mean,
Exactly.
that's a lot of vocalists to put up there. And
That's
so
what I'm saying.
so again, what I'm saying is she's not far off with her music and the feel that her fans get from just purely the music. So when you add the performance aspect to it as well, it's like a triple threat. So because she's not
Yeah.
trash.
I nobody used the word at all.
I'm
I didn't
saying
use the
she's
word.
not. I
Yeah.
didn't say you did, sir. Did I say
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
said she was trash? I just simply said she's not trash.
Yeah.
So
I mean, we're not talking about Trey. We're talking about high tier artists here. I'm
she's a
saying
high
that.
tier artist.
Yeah, but she's a high tier. She's a high tier artist. But I'm also saying that, like I said, it's a unique conversation to say, well, she dances, she has a show, and she can do these things while she's singing. But then if I say, well, I'm listening to a song, like for me, what I'm saying is when the radio comes on and or when the song comes on and I'm driving or sitting at my house or laying with my lady or whatever I'm doing, the stage is not there. So now I'm purely locked into this music and what's going on. And what I'm saying is I can pull Mariah Carey songs and I can pull Jill Scott songs and I it's there are many artists I can pull from that I don't need all the icing on the cake to
But I
get
don't.
what I need.
But I don't think that Miss Deb was saying you need that. Like I think Beyonce is that artist before you even see any of her stage shows or stage presence. She still is that artist. Look, her fan base, females across the world went crazy when Lemonade dropped, bro. Out of nowhere, Lemonade dropped. They went crazy about it and they felt the things that she was singing about on that album without
But
any kind of visual.
but what I'm saying
And
is
that's just one album,
yeah,
bro. You know what I'm talking
that's her
about? You can
fan
go,
base though.
but
That's
you,
her fan
Yeah,
base.
I would say it's because she's more of a speak to women artist, so you probably wouldn't just jam her, you know what I'm saying, if you're not like that type of artist. But like most of her album that she dropped is more of like a women empowerment, like, taking my power back type of deal.
Man.
But that doesn't necessarily say that every woman loves it. Like, when I want to
Yeah.
listen to it, I listen to it. I wouldn't necessarily go buy a Beyonce ticket, but I do feel like she is definitely one of the people that a lot of
Now the
people look
but
at, because now
also
that she do. Go ahead, my bad.
all her albums weren't like all her albums weren't this women empowerment stuff we've been getting these last couple albums. I mean, when you go back to like the Sasha Fierce album and then the album where she had the I always remember the album by the song because she did the video in backwards. It's called like Me, Myself, and I, something like that. And the
Oh
whole
yeah,
video
oh
she did
yeah,
it backwards. Like that album, it wasn't just some women empower. It was like some legit R&B. It was kind of fire. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, yeah.
yeah, I mean, I'm not saying she doesn't have nice songs and Beyonce to me, Beyonce is the production, bro.
Hmm.
She's the production. She's the production.
Yeah,
You can't deny that it's so much bells and whistles that come with Beyonce. Even in describing her, y'all are talking about bells and whistles. Well, she
yeah.
performs and she dances, she has a show, and this is it's all these other things, right?
I think that,
And
but
I'm
see,
like,
I think you took what she said out of context. That was just one
no, I'm
aspect
not.
of it, bro.
I
No, I'm
agree.
saying, but
I
you cannot
think you
talk
took what
about
she. I
Beyonce
think you
without
took. Yes, you can. You took what she said out of context.
bro, you can't. Nobody talks about Beyonce, but even you said she's a complete package. You cannot talk about Beyonce without talking about the totality of Beyonce.
Because I
We can
said
sit here and
she's
talk
Right.
the
about
complete package. That's a
yes,
negative.
but no, I'm not saying it's negative. I'm saying that when we can talk about Mariah Carey and just talk about her voice. We're not talking about nothing else. We can just talk about her. We talk about Aretha Franklin and just only talk about her voice. Nothing. We don't talk about her hair, her shoes, her makeup, her stage show. Nothing. Fantasia Barrino, we're not talking about nothing else but her voice. And we on her voice alone, we can think, man, she might be one of the best ever. Just on her voice alone. We ain't gotta add nothing else. If I'm talking about Erica Badu, we talk about the uniqueness and the strongness of her voice. We ain't gotta talk about nothing else. And that's what I'm saying. I'm
So
saying that
you saying you rather have 100% vocals rather than 70% vocals, 70% production, 70%.
that's just me personally. And I'm not saying
Gotcha,
that's
gotcha.
I'm not saying it's good or bad. I'm just saying
Right, right, right.
that's me personally. And I'm also saying that when people describe her, you can't. That's part of her. That's part of her essence. That's part of her pull. We're not talking about her fans. If I talk about Joe Budden fans or Jodeci fans or so and so, the fans are always gonna go crazy over it. But I'm saying that there are people outside of Jodeci fans that be like, man, lately was even though that's Stevie Wonder remake, lately was a song that they'll talk about My Heart Belongs to You. They'll talk
Mhm.
about Forever My Lady. They'll talk about when he redid If You Think You're Lonely Now or whatever. There
Mhm.
are Mariah Carey people the Christmas song permeates beyond Mariah Carey fans. There's little white kids in Idaho that all I want for that's what I'm saying. If we talk about her fans, of course, yeah. But not a downplay on Beyonce. I'm just saying, like I
Mhm.
said, when y'all described her, y'all talked about many more things besides her vocals.
Right, because that's what she's giving us.
And that's what
So
she
we're gonna
exactly.
give,
Yeah.
and I feel like she do deserve that. If
Yeah.
how she talking, and however Mariah Carey, I don't really know Mariah Carey, but I do know she's a great vocalist with her whistling tones and all that. But like you say, I don't know it, but I know of that. I just feel like it's subjective to what you like and what what you will sit
A
down
hundred
and just
percent.
keep listening
A
to.
hundred percent. 100%. I agree with you. 100%. What you like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Uh but this has been a great interview. I wish we can go on, but
Yes.
I don't want to because we won't have a second interview and a third interview, and then I'm gonna send you this track that they was hating on
Yeah.
that he was hating on.
Yeah,
I,
yeah,
I
yeah.
got I
Send me
got I
that.
got I
Send
got
me
Mo
that.
in the chamber. I don't what I'm saying. I don't want to just what I'm saying. I pass him around every now and again. I don't like
Okay.
to brag. I don't like to because I don't want to show you up. You know what I'm saying? Or
Right, right.
I don't want you to feel intimidated by my powerful voice. And like, oh
No, no,
damn,
no. Never
I'm
that. Never
dealing with
that.
a D'Angelo type. That's another thing.
Oh.
I'm saying this last thing. Sometimes conversations I feel like are unfair for me talking to people about music because I jump in with both feet. I'm an information whore. So I jump in both feet. So like people will tell you about this. I'm like, but you ain't even heard D'Angelo and the Vanguard. You ain't even heard uh 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 uh
Black Messiah?
uh say what?
The Black Messiah?
Oh yeah, oh my God.
Yeah, stop
You
it
know,
playing. Stop. Come on now.
but and not saying I'm not saying y'all have. I'm saying talk to people. And they're like, this album
Yeah.
was critically. This was what didn't it win an Oscar or a Grammy? Something. These are Grammy winning albums, right? There's a certain part of sectional music or not, yeah, sectional people like I don't listen to this stuff that comes
Hmm.
through this channel. Now this Frank, we ain't talked about Frank Ocean.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We ain't talked about Pink. I mean, it's
Yeah.
certain it's and when you say right here in the bond, won't even talk about it right here in the bond. We don't talk about Tank. Like there are
Hmm.
certain artists that
Facts.
that 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 are as big or bigger. That's why I said the
Yeah.
Beyonce thing. Why I harp on that is because she's great.
Right.
Nothing, but there are artists that are out right now who are
Absolutely.
doing it, and and because they don't have the bells and whistles, people look at them a certain way, like, oh man, you ain't got no, but you can't dance. Like, what the fuck I care about a dance for? I don't give a damn if you could dance. I don't give a shit if you can do a Perrier when you singing. That's not why I turned on. That's why I didn't. Yeah, man, that's just me though. That's just me.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So,
And
you
it
know,
could be the financials that they have behind them. If they don't have the funds to push it on, if I don't have the money to put it on no commercial, then I can only do what I can do. And a lot of I noticed that a lot of artists, like you say, they don't want to be so worried about pushing and pushing and pushing, especially if they're the only one. So I definitely
you,
get it. I definitely
you pushing
understand.
and it used to be you were throwing your art against the wall to see what it would stick, but now you're
Hmm.
throwing a tic tac to a well because there's so many outlets, there's so many
Oh,
different outlets,
man.
it is so many. So the 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 only logical answer is to be strategic about where you put your music. You know what I mean?
Right.
There's a thing coming down the pipeline. Yeezy's like the third or fourth person, but it's really like direct to consumer, direct to consumer.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Uh, who is that? Was it Slipknot or was it? I think it was Slipknot. One of those rock bands a couple years ago. They did something where they just put their album up on their site and said you can pay what you want to for it. dollar, a
Mm.
penny, whatever, right? And I mean they might not have made the $20 per CD they usually make, but there's nobody else in between there
Right.
dictating, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it sounds greater for established artists, but in the same breath as a
Mm-hmm.
to really be grassroots and to really be, you know, yeah, man, it's $5 or whatever you want to pay. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm not going through Spotify because Spotify is gonna make what they make, and I'm getting pennies. However it shake out, I'm getting pennies.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm getting pennies regardless. So,
Yeah.
and I'm empowering them because we're followers, we're sheep. Got
Mm-hmm.
me a title, got me a Spotify, got me a so and so.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you ain't on title? You ain't on Spotify, man. You ain't. You know what I'm saying, bro? They raping me. Man. They I spent
Yeah.
I spent 3 grand on this album, man. I gotta sell 100,000 to make $20. That don't make sense.
Yeah. Definitely not
That makes
doing it for the money. Definitely can't do it for the money if you
yeah, yeah, yeah,
shit.
yeah.
You be in
Man, this has
now.
been a great conversation, man. I've
Yeah.
been thinking to myself, we talked about this about having segments and having recurring guests, and we have weekly talks. So in the next couple of weeks or next couple of months, we have a entrepreneur, the Pocket
Mm.
USA. He did a couple of things with us. Well, he did something with us, and we're talking about talking with him once a week. And I think it'll be great to have you on once a week. You can kind of
Yeah.
keep us. We can video blog it. You can go through your journey. You know what I'm
I'm with
saying? You
it.
can tell the people how great this song I sent you is. You know what I mean?
Yes. Yes. I'm with it. I love it. I'm with it.
You know what I'm saying?
It's been
I gotta find the
amazing.
right version though. Let's see which one I got.
You got it. All your versions.
You know what I'm saying? I got a raw version. I got a raw. I got one version that got the studio effects on the voice.
That's the
I
one he
don't want
needs to
that
send
one.
him. That's the one he no, that's the one he needs to send you.
I got now. I've had people tell me,
Oh shit.
like I like the raw version. You know what I'm saying? Because you can hear the
Yeah.
diaphragm. You know what I'm saying? You can
Everything.
hear.
Yeah.
Me and you could talk about singing. You know what I'm saying? I know what the guy over there, but me and you could talk about. I know.
Yeah, nigga, I
You know what
don't
I'm
sing.
saying?
Yeah.
What I mean?
I don't seen it.
It's singers, it's vocalists talking right now. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right. Right.
This is between the
Who you
vocalists.
sound like?
You know, man, I'm kind of like, I if Andre 3000, D'Angelo, Raheem Devon, and
Okay.
and uh and uh
Don't believe it.
and 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 because I will go to that high register. I will go way up high sometimes.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So I'll be on the Prince type. You know what I mean?
You hit the Maxwell on?
I don't go as high as Maxwell because I
Oh,
feel like I
okay.
might poop on myself. But I do. And I drop down low sometimes. I drop down low a bit. You
Mm.
know what I'm saying? I come
Very.
down low,
Okay.
but I like to fluctuate in that. Kind of like in the Joseph McVeigh range. You know what I'm saying? I might float around that area a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
And the
Oh,
who?
you
Not
got a
as
lot.
the Joseph McVeigh.
Oh, that's what I thought you said. Yeah, you
Yeah,
see
yeah.
how he really didn't give you a straight answer?
It's a lot. It's a lot.
Because I'm everywhere, bro. I'm versatile.
I'm excited to hear.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna hear too
Okay.
much. I ain't gonna hear too much. That's just a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to give you too much. I can give you some Luther too. You heard that? See you wanna be? See you wanna be? I don't. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop, man. Because
Thank
I
you.
hear.
No.
I can hear them. The people throwing pens at the window. Is he singing?
Oh,
But yeah,
no.
Miss Dope
Yeah.
Deb, give the people your socials and everything. Well, yeah, your socials, where they can get with you, where they can get with your music and all that.
Yes, my social Instagram is at dope Deb Debb. That is my YouTube, and that's all I have right now. Dopedebb. Oh, I have
And
a Snapchat.
oh yeah,
Dopedebb.
and if you need a video shot, that guy with the red tourniquet on. What's that? The red. He has some video production stuff he does. So
It's
when I
called a
saw he
hoodie,
did,
bro.
I didn't know what it was, man. I can't. I don't
I
know if you
mean,
was
it's
down your
red.
Muslim.
You see the drawstrings. You see the hood right here,
Really?
bro.
You might
Like
be on your Muslim stuff today, man. I don't know, bro. I
I
don't know. I
keep
ain't see
chill
it below
out,
your waist.
man. Chill out, I
Really?
keep chill out. You know what I'm talking
I
about?
didn't know what you was going.
I
You might be
mean,
on.
don't get me speaking the teachings of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan on this podcast,
Come
okay?
on now. Come on.
See, because Plymouth Rock, we landed on Plymouth. It landed on us. You
Now you're
see,
making a mockery.
if the people know what the people do, then people wouldn't do what people know. I should have been in the nation, man. I could have made some money.
That's the only reason why you want to be in the nation to make some money.
No, I mean I might do some good things, but
Boy, I
ain't
tell
nothing,
you,
ain't wrong with
you
ain't
would
nothing
have to
wrong with
stop
making some
dying.
money.
You would have to stop putting the Beijing in your beard, though.
Who said I put Beijing in my beard, dog?
I do.
How you know I ain't just pull out my grades?
Nah, that's a lot of grades, bro.
How you know how many grades I got, bro? You count my grades?
I do not. Actually, I don't.
That's what I'm saying. So I could have like this 12.
I mean, I don't know how many you got, man. That's between you and your female, bro.
I mean, I could just have been eating right and my grades went away. Dr. Sebi, man, Dr. Sebi, I might have went Dr. Sebi's little camp, got some information, drank some turmeric and glue or something, and all my grades went away. You know what I'm
You
saying?
ain't been gone long enough to do that, bro.
All I gotta do is read a book. It's on the
You said
internet,
you was
man.
gonna go to his camp. You ain't been gone long enough to go to camp to go to
Well,
Dr. Sebi's resort.
I could have read a book about it and be like, oh, what? All I gotta do is
Oh,
drink turmeric with my
because if you go
eggshells.
to the resort, man, it's like a whole thing. You got to bathe in like the little holy waters they got there, bro. They got like a meal plan set up for you, meditation, teachings, all of that. You know what I'm talking about?
I like chicken too much.
Mm.
All
I like
right.
chicken.
Oh.
Got a
Well,
wing right here waiting.
it was
Waiting on me right here, boy.
I enjoyed having you on, Ms. Dell. We'll definitely get you on again.
Thank y'all so much for having me. It's been
Will
so
do. I
cool.
will check out the project as well. This has been another,
Yes.
yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. This has been another riveting episode of the 16 Shots Podcast with Young James Boogie.
James Boogie, you are crazy.
And y'all, Dub.
Let it be known that Dub said
And
that
Ms.
Roy Jones Jr. was a defensive fighter.
Yeah, he gonna bring that shit up for the next 3 weeks. Cause see, that's
Yeah,
what he
crazy.
do. If I say something that he don't like, now when he says shit I disagree with all the time, and I just choose not to bring old shit back up because that's not the kind of guy I am. This dude here though, if you say something he don't agree with, he gonna bring it up for the next 4 weeks, and then if he think he right and you was wrong, he gonna text you the next day and then try to bring it up. But then if he wrong, you ain't gonna hear
Can't
shit
want to
about
talk
it.
about it no more.
Never again.
no,
You don't hear nothing
that's not
about it
true
ever
at all.
again. That's
not true.
1000% true. You don't hear nothing about it ever again. It's like it's
Bro, I'm
crickets
wrong
over
all the
there.
time, bro.
It's
I'm
like
wrong all the
crickets
time.
over there. You know what I'm talking about?
See, that's
The
the
But you
council
know,
player.
I love my brother though. You know what I'm talking about? I love him. Even
That's a
though
creator.
he says that I'm a narrative creator, he swears that everything that wrong happens is my fault because I said something. I don't know what this guy be having going on. You know what I'm talking about? But you know, it's all good. But
Okay, that means
All
it's
I
big love.
said,
Ms. Deb,
was
tell us.
just remember you said that.
Hush,
That's
hush,
all I said.
hush.
That's
You
all I
hush.
said.
I'm talking to Ms. Deb. Hush. Ms. Deb, tell us the name of your project one more time and where our audience can find it.
Yes, it is named Selectively Social, and you can find it on Apple Music, on Spotify, YouTube, any major streaming, title, Facebook, all of that.
There you go. Selective Social. Find it everywhere you get your streaming from Tidal, Apple Music, Spotify. Where you got yours from, Book?
Title.
Yeah, I'm gonna go put it in my slow jams playlist. I might be a little bit of more than just slow jams, but I'm throwing it in my playlist in a little while. You know what I'm talking about?
All right,
I
let me
like
know
how you
what you
got
think.
deep when you said that.
Let me
I
know.
like how you,
What's your favorite
I'm
song?
put it in
Let
my,
me know your
I'm
favorite.
gonna put it in my slow jams. I ain't like that part, bro.
Man, you can't be as smooth
Wait.
as me, bro. You know what I'm talking about? I mean,
No, I
I
like how you
still
did
got a
this. You
hairline,
like,
homie.
you like, why is it? See, I ain't gonna say nothing. I ain't gonna say nothing. I ain't gonna say what I'm gonna say, but go ahead, go ahead.
Hey man, say what you want to say.
You said all these
Like we
things.
spoke about earlier, bro. You have the
I
freedom
haven't
to
said
say whatever
anything,
you want to say.
but I haven't said
Just
anything
know that
disparaging
my
about you the
response.
entire I haven't said anything
I didn't say nothing
disparaging
disparaging about you either.
you. Talking about you wear your Beijing, you ain't got no hairline. You know what I'm
I
saying?
said
The
what?
truth,
No,
the
you
truth
do
comes
wear
out, man.
Well, you do wear
The truth
Beijing. and You
comes
don't
out.
have a hairline. I just told the truth. I told
The
the truth.
truth comes out.
But
All right.
well, the truth is visible. You do not have a hairline anymore.
So okay, yeah, you win. I got you.
Unless
the
unless you
truth,
go rock
the,
one of your man units again, because you know you will put a man unit on.
the truth comes out. The truth comes out. You say one thing, but then you do something different.
What did I say? Well, I ain't, whoa. Those some accusations, bro. What are you trying to say? What have I done differently?
I'm just saying that you say that I'm a person that does X, Y, Z, but when
What is
it's
the
time.
XYZ though? You got to be specific.
Oh,
If
you
you
say
tell me
that
I
I
said
don't
something.
admit when I'm wrong and I'm just all this kind of stuff, but then you like, man, are we talking about beards right now? Are we talking about beards? What we talking about beards? Anybody talk about beards? We who brought that up? I
What are you
didn't.
talking about? What are you talking about?
We was talking about beards.
What are you talking about?
Now, you the one brought up beards in Beijing. We wasn't talking about facial hair. What we?
It was
We
a
was talking about
joke.
hairlines.
Oh, so now you being sensitive tonight. It was a joke,
I'm
bro.
not.
Now you being sensitive.
I'm sensitive. I'm just saying that you said something, but you're
I
showing
didn't know
that
what we was talking about. I just said that.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
I said something about you got to stop putting the Beijing in your beard, bro.
Oh yeah, I know.
So what the fuck are you trying to? What point are you making? I'm lost.
I'm not making no points.
I would love the punchline though.
Ain't no punchline, man. I was just making it. I was just
Yeah, that's what I thought. All right, so it's been another riveting episode of the 16 Shots Podcast. Young James Boogie.
James Boogie, you are
And
crazy.
AR Dub.
Good night.
With our special guest, Miss Deb. Y'all have a nice
Thank
night.
y'all so much. All right. Bye.
All right.
peace.